Game 5 is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I am nervous. I'll tell you that right now. But we have a very exciting stream coming. The first watch along here on the channel. I already see a bunch of you guys in here. Appreciate you guys for being early, trying to get a little head start on it before puck drop, which usually is not the time that it states, especially in the playoffs. Seems like we have a little bit of time before we do, but regardless, we have a lot of stuff that I want to go over beforehand. We got our live scores. We've got everything here ready for you guys, so I am super excited about this. And before the stream, really gets underway, before the game gets underway, I have it right here on my screen. We'll be doing a little bit of commentary. We're going to go over the lines, and I want to go over this because this is going to be a very big game, especially for the, the introduction, I guess we could say, of hopefully, which will be Zuccarello jumping back in and Yakov Trenin. This is going to be very important for now because we've only seen at least Zuccarello play one game. That was a 6-1 win. 3 assists in that game alongside Hartman and Kaprizov was just fantastic. And right now, the way that all of this is, at least starting out, the way that all of it is playing out right now, looks like we're going to have a little bit of similarities to Game 1. I really do hope that is the case, because when it comes down to all of this stuff, here today, want to get a good, first watch-along stream here on the channel for a good game, so hopefully that will be the case. Let me make sure I get everything good to go here. I don't think I had the chat. I did have the chat in the Quinn Hughes stream, so we have a few things here now. There we go. That'll be good. Appreciate you, cool guy. Appreciate the stream. It's only the third one we've done. One for the trade deadline, one for Quinn Hughes, so you haven't missed a whole lot on the streaming side, but I do hope that we get more of these, coming in, especially if these playoffs do continue for the Minnesota Wild. We're getting here. Kevin Weeks being interviewed down between the benches. It currently is 9:31 my time, 7 o'clock Central, 7:01 Central, I guess we can call it. So still a little bit of time before we do get things going. Looks like the players are coming off the ice right now in warm-ups. So we still got a bit of time before things get going, and that gives a lot of you guys, the chance to get in here ready to go. So, like I said, we'll go back to it here now for these lines. This is what we saw last game for the Wild. Kaprizov, Hartman, Bobby Brink, Johansson, Eriksson Ek, Boldy, Foligno, Yurov, Tarasenko, Sturm, McCarron, and Marcus Foligno. Still a lot of room, to make some changes, and that really means the return of Matt Zuccarello, the return of Yakov Trenin, and as of right now, looks like it's going to be a good one for both of these guys. I'm not sure if we have anything. We do 7 minutes ago. Let me give you an update on that. Both seem to be back from injury for Game 5 for Michael Russo 7 minutes ago. Looks like a great sign. Looks like we're probably going to see, once again, Bobby Brink draw out of the lineup, Nico Sturm draw out of the lineup, and get those Game 1 lines back to what they were. Very, very good news. EFAM, I went to Game 4. GCA was so loud. I mean, I was watching on TV, and it was crazy. It was madness, and especially the end of that third period, the end of overtime. Of course, when Marcus scored that goal, place was on absolute wheels. But let me get that up for you guys very quick here on the screen. Good thing with the new setup that we're having here, you've guys seen in the videos the last couple of weeks, is that we can get some live updates for you here. So let me get Michael Russo's tweet up real quick for us. So for those joining in, for those who are just getting into the stream, Marcus Foligno, Yakov Trenin, both looking like they are in the lineup. And, well, I mean, not looking, it is the fact that they're both in the lineup, as you see eFan say in the chat there. The official roster report from Michael Russo is saying that both are in Game 5. The camera may freeze here. Don't know if it actually does, but I just want to get up that screenshot for you guys here. And these are two huge guys getting back in the lineup. I mean, I said it in my video earlier today before this game started, before things got underway. You see right here, Michael Russo, official per roster report. Matt Zuccarello and Trennan look to be back from injuries for Game 5. That was in his Athletic article, and I am ecstatic. Sasha, our goalie tonight will be Jesper Wallstedt once again for the 5th time in a row. He's been killing it, and of course, there is still that conversation to be had about, is Filip Gustavsson happy with that? I don't think he's angry. I don't think he's happy. I think it's more so, I'm frustrated by not getting in after we saw him say that he didn't really want to speak to the media, which, I mean, can you blame him for that? But still, you got to go Wallstedt here. He's kept you in every single game this playoffs. Just been fantastic. So, excited to get him back in this game. And of course, it's going to be, the longer we go, a bigger test, a bigger, showing for him. Especially on the, not just games played side of things, but games played in a row. Because we haven't seen him go for, more than maybe, I would argue 2, maybe 3 games here, back-to-back in this season. So, this is a real test for him. This is a very, very, big thing to really consider, not just for these playoffs, but also for how things are, progressing in his future, I guess we could say. Ethan, I completely agree with you. I do think that a Gustavsson trade is coming. I mean, pretty different compared to where we were, not even this time, a couple months ago, at the trade deadline. Was Wallstedt going to be the guy going? Imagine if that had happened. Feels like it's a pretty crazy thing to even think about at this point, but on that new contract, there's going to be a lot of teams. Maybe one in the playoffs right now. The Edmonton Oilers could be looking for an elite goalie on a good contract, just like Filip Gustavsson. Because, they're at the point now where it's McDavid or bust for them. It really is. That's what they have. They have a couple years left. Is he going to stay? A lot of people don't seem to think so. But the big question, it still remains just a major question. And, Sasha, you're right. He's happy they're in the playoffs, but, he probably don't want to, risk it. I mean, it makes sense. What you're saying is absolutely correct. I don't see any way that's not the case for Filip Gustavsson in this, system, at least right now. I got my water, got everything. It's going to be a long stream because, let's hope this one, right now, at least for my sake, our sake, my stress level sake, that this game is going to be a third period and done. If this goes to double overtime, you're going to see your boy sweating. You're going to see your boy going, off the wall, because I don't think I can do another deep, another very, very deep overtime. I was terrified last game the way it went. Inside the zone, or Mateo, I should say, if that's your name. I think that's completely. I think this is going to be the deciding game, but you never really can. You can never really go off of that, just because how this series has been. It has been absolutely insane. So even though someone may win this game, let's just say, and let's hope this is not the case in one sort of the imagination, 10-0. That don't mean the series is over at all. It's definitely a big momentum shift, but these two teams are too good to kind of let all of that get to their head. No, I won't be mad about a long game, but I will certainly be stressed out. It looks like the Anthems are about to get underway, or the Anthem, I should say. It's two American teams. The Anthem is about to get underway is what we're looking at here now. The players are on the blue line getting ready. So once again, you guys see the vote in the poll in the chat. Give me a vote on that. Who's winning the game? Wild or Stars? There's one vote for the Stars here, I believe. Maybe one or two. That's unacceptable, folks. It got to be all Wild here in this chat. We can't have that. We can't have that here. Not in this stream, at least. Not in this stream. Maybe on Stars Digest, our new channel. So if there are any Stars fans in here, be sure to go check that out. Got to support the boys over there as well. But right now, it is all Wild time for us. The Anthems are getting underway as puck drop is going to be in about, I would say, 5 minutes after this Anthem. So let's get things going. I have some live scores, a live clock. Going to make sure all of this is ready to go. Got my stream deck going. Excited for it, folks. Excited for it. The Anthem is underway, so we'll take some time now until that. But a few more questions. Thoughts on the Oilers might be getting knocked out. McDavid being marked out for the game. Ethan, when I saw that earlier, I was working earlier. I saw that, there was a game time decision for Connor McDavid. I think that there is zero way he'll be out. I don't think whatever he's playing through, he will be playing, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good for the Oilers and Connor McDavid, regardless. Quinn Hughes staring at nothing. He looks absolutely dialed. That was unbelievable, that Quinn Hughes looked. That looked like a man who's going out here for 40 minutes in a 60-minute game. I am excited. Yes, Matt Zuccarello is back. For those of you, before we get underway, have seen this. Yakov Trenin and Matt Zuccarello both back in this roster, ready to go. No Matt Zuccarello in the opening lineup. It is the second line starting, so that combination of Eriksson Ek, Johansson, and Boldy is the starting lineup for tonight. But Zuccarello is back indeed, and as Atlanta said, be sure to cross-check that like button, because there's been a lot of cross-checks going on in this series so far, and I don't think it's going to stop. BU Bears, Stars do have home ice, but we can't have that energy here. We can't have the Stars winning energy. Appreciate you for joining in the stream and getting ready for this. They're showing Jesper Wallstedt this series, a 2-2 record, a 206 goals against, a 929 save percentage. Phenomenal from him. Phenomenal. Faced so many shots. Jake Ottinger, 2-2, a 269 goals against average, a 902 save percentage. Pretty close to the save percentage we've seen from him in the regular season, an 899 save percentage. But the puck is about to drop, folks, and we're looking good. The Wild are getting a power play goal in the first period tonight, Caleb. It gotta be Matt Zuccarello back. It's just exactly how it has to be. 2 assists on the power play in Game 1 is what we're looking at right now on my screen. Who scores first, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know in the comments below. Mateo, I am going with Kaprizov. I think he's back. The puck is dropped. Matt Boldy wins the faceoffs, dumps it down into the zone. He has control of the puck behind the net. Stars, Maverick Bourque pokes it out up to Jason Robertson, the goal scorer of the past couple of games. The puck back down in the Minnesota Wild zone. Brock Faber behind the net, dishes out up the middle to Marcus Johansson, coming across the ice now. Takes the shot, saved by Jake Ottinger, gets that put into the corner. Whoops, forgot to start my clock, ladies and gentlemen. Shot by Brock Faber, that one's blocked in front of the net. But it's a good start for the Wild. It's a good start. We're 40 seconds in to this game, but it is a good one. The goalie for the Wild tonight, poised, is Jesper Wallstedt. Atlanta, you got Joel Eriksson Ek scoring first. I absolutely love that. The stream may be a couple minutes or a couple seconds behind, I should say. So if you guys see a goal before I do, be sure to throw it in the chat. Of course, we're going to have it. Jesper Wallstedt starting in net for those who asked. Jake Ottinger stops the puck, and we get a whistle 1 minute into the game. Good start. Very, very good start. Good control by Quinn Hughes. Brock Faber back there on the zone. We get our first whistle. The scratches. Roope Hintz, once again, is not in the game like we just saw on the screen right there. We're still going here. It's a good look one. Yes, Trenin and Zuccarello are back in, ladies and gentlemen, which is a great sign for this team. Puck is won back by the Wild face-off there. Who was that? That's the first line. Ryan Hartman. Zuccarello in the corner with that. Wyatt Johnson on him. Mikko Rantanen dishes the puck up the middle. Skate by Tyler Myers, the dirtiest player in this series. He dumps that one in. And the Stars get control in the Wild zone. A shot from... Okay, a bit of a skirmish in front of the net. Shot from Tyler Myers. Win wide. Still controlled by the Dallas Stars in the zone. Nice poke by Kaprizov there to get rid of that play, I guess we could say. Kaprizov gets that one. Dishes it up the middle to Ryan Hartman. Pokes it up nearly into the benches, but a line change now with the Stars having control in their own zone. Changes coming from both teams. Oh, what a start, folks. It's a good-looking one. Both teams are looking good. They're both looking fast, once again, as it has been all series long. Shot came there. Good blocker saved by Jesper Wallstedt, putting that one into the corner. Goes into the blue line, dumped back in, and now the Stars still have control down low. Great save by Jesper Wallstedt on a shot from Jamie Benn in the slot. Bischel, shot from the point. That one misses wide. Tarasenko coming up with Bobby Brink in now. So, Bobby Brink, what's the lineup then, folks? Does anybody know who's in, who's out? Trennan's supposed to be in. I may be missing something, but still, good start for both these teams. I will let you know as well what the lineups are when we do get a little break here in the action. But right now, really haven't seen a solid shot from the Wild just yet, but it's been some good control from them so far. Nice pass by Brock Faber up the middle. Nick Foligno skating that one in. Yakov Trenin down low as well. No stick for, I cannot see what that is. I believe that was Nick Foligno. Jesper Wallstedt stops the puck behind the net. Brought back out to Quinn Hughes, who's already on the ice once again. This was a great start, folks. A great start here. Matt Boldy skates in. Oh, fans on the shot, and that one is stopped by Jake Ottinger at 16:44 in the first period. Let me check right now while we have a little break what the lines are, because I'm seeing Bobby Brink, I'm seeing Nick Foligno. Of course, Nico Sturm is likely going to be out. But right now, we have to see where things are going. Did Yurov try to the game? Is Yurov out? Checking Michael Russo's Twitter here. Face-off win by the Wild again. Zuccarello, that's why he's in this game. A dish across the crease to Kaprizov, just missed it. But that opportunity alone has been more than we've seen from Kirill Kaprizov all series. The Wild still have control. Another phenomenal pass from Zuccarello going to Hartman. We've already seen more in this game from Matt Zuccarello than probably in the first game. But that, just a phenomenal, phenomenal sign to get underway. I'm going to see how this lineup is playing, but still 5 minutes in the game, it is a great start. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in here, be sure to drop a like on the stream, drop a sub as well. We're going to be here all game going about this, and there is a lot of good signs so far for this, and you guys, 88% saying the Wild are going to win. Fully agree with that. Shot in front. Yes! Matt Zuccarello, already a goal. That's why he is here, folks. That's why he is here. Let's go. A phenomenal start from that first line. A phenomenal, phenomenal start. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Matt Zuccarello, Kirill Kaprizov the shot, dishes it over to Zuccarello, and he scores off a not a picked up puck by Tyler Myers. Let's go. Drop some dubs in the chat for that first goal, folks. What a goal. Great sign. Now, as you guys are saying, Sasha, Caleb, stay out of the penalty box. No penalties. That is the bottom line. That's what we need to do. The first goal in the series for Matt Zuccarello. Great start. Picked up puck by Matt Boldy. Great dangle. Good. Loses the puck in the corner, but still fighting for it. Great signs here. Great signs. Puck down in the Wild zone. Quinn Hughes picks that one up. Drop back to Brock Faber. Skating up the ice again. Another great opportunity for the Wild here coming. And this one in the corner. Marcus Johansson. Matt Boldy getting this one here with Jason Robertson. Back to Brock Faber. Just off the stick of Eriksson Ek and out. Exactly, Landis. Okay, that we're wrong with who scored first, as long as we scored first. That is the big thing here. But this puck down in the corner as well, skated past Quinn Hughes, and he has that puck down in the corner, fighting with Sam Steele, who actually took the puck off of Quinn Hughes' stick. Out there with Zach Bogosian, puck in the feet, and we're skating back up the ice again here. Vladimir Tarasenko dumps that one down, a dump and chase. Oh, folks, I am pumped already. 14:50 left in this first period. Still early. The Wild are 34-6-6 while scoring first in the regular season and the playoffs. What about that first goal, folks? Phenomenal. phenomenal start. And I mean, who else but Matt Zuccarello just completely lost the Wild word, making that Dallas Stars team. Tyler Myers giveaway, put up by Hartman, shot by Kaprizov, rebound, dish it over to Zuccarello, and that one was in the back of the net. That's what I'm talking about. Early and often is what I like to call it. Early and often, because that's where we really need to see this team continue to go. And as long as they can continue this pace, keep up the push here on an icing, as we got another goal, another faceoff, coming with another opportunity for a goal. Matt Zuccarello, the second oldest Wild player with a playoff goal. Interesting it is indeed. But I have not confirmed who was out, who drew out of this line. Yeah, Nico Sturm and Daniil Yurov. So Daniil Yurov being a scratch, probably not a bad thing for the faceoffs. Probably not a bad thing. Gives the kid some rest as well, who's already played well more than his career or a season career high in a season. So good to see. The Wild won that face-off again, but lost the puck here. And the Stars are coming up now on the wing. That's dumped in, picked up by, I believe that's Colin Blackwell down in the corner. The Wild look like they're very good on the forecheck here today, but also on just the pressure on any puck carrier. I mean, I've already seen in this game several turnovers, and it's looking like a very good sign. Puck bounces out in front of the net. Jesper Wallstedt pokes that one out. Zuccarello, tough turnover there in the slot, but that is completely fine because it was picked up by the Wild again, but the Stars still have it down in that zone. Looked like he fanned on the pass going across the net, but Brock Faber has this one in the corner, skating it up. Avoided a massive hit there. We've seen a lot of those in this series, but also in these playoffs. The Wild dump it down and go for a change. Atlantis, Joel Eriksson Ek being the one that you're saying is scoring first. Completely fine, as long as we got the goal. The Wild's forecheck is phenomenal here in this game so far. They're putting a lot of pressure on Dallas in their own end. Puck dumped down by Jason Robertson, but picked up by Jonas Brodin, and the Wild are going again the other way. Chipped out, but that one's get intercepted on a little bit of a long pass. Marcus Foligno throwing the body there at the red line. The Stars still pick it up, though. Matt Duchene skating in the middle of the ice with the puck, turns it over. And that puck got to get out. There we go, Marcus. Helmet comes off. Jason Robertson comes in. Great block by the captain, Jared Spurgeon, on a shot from Matt Duchene there. It was going to be a nice shot from him as well because you saw the angle. Still 0 shots on Jesper Wallstedt, apparently. I mean, I thought there was one blockered wide, but must have missed the net. This is a phenomenal start. A lot of, you got to be cleaned up a little bit. You're seeing a few turnovers here, and Wyatt Johnson steps in. Gets the puck taken from him, and it goes in the corner. The puck is pinned along the boards right now in the Wild zone. With about 8 minutes into this first period. That one's blocked on the blue line as well. Gets out by Marcus Johansson. Wild nearly get called for too many men, but luckily just skips past the bench. This one is another breakout here, coming by Quinn Hughes. Just turned over as it was going to Tarasenko. Jesper Wallstedt dishes that one around. Puck stolen off of Quinn Hughes' stick. Jamie Benn with control passes that one down to Thomas Harley. And we have a penalty, a slash on Bobby Brink. Tough time to take a penalty right now. Was it on Bobby Brink? Yeah, okay. Then there's another Dallas player going to the penalty box as well. I think there's only one penalty on the play, however. But a great start regardless. Regardless. And this is what we couldn't have, as you guys were saying. You can't have right now the Wild take a penalty. Tough start here, for the Dallas Stars, but good for us. But this is not a time you want to take a penalty when the Wild have a lot of momentum. Feels weird commentating this because I can't hear the game. So I don't know exactly if shots are on net, if stuff gets on net, but this is a great start so far with, Yes, actually, the penalties can kill us as long as we don't take very many. Right now, it's going to be a good test to see how things go. Regardless, I think right now, you can't let anything happen. You can't take any penalties. You can't do anything along the lines of that. Commercial break here. A little scrape of the ice, and not the ideal place for that to happen right now, because with the momentum, you don't want to let up another goal. I'm only streaming on YouTube right now. I cannot pronounce your name. I do apologize. It's only on YouTube, only right here on the channel. Don't have a Twitch. We got a Twitter, but still a lot of just this all going along right now. Can't cross-platform stream right now just on yet. May have a vertical one coming soon. May do some short streams or whatever they're called, where you get the scoreboard and probably just me talking about all of the game, because the NHL got a pretty strict copyright situation, but the puck is dropped. Dallas Stars win the face-off. Good save by Jesper Wallstedt. That one put wide. Miro Heiskanen with it on the back. Wyatt Johnson with the puck, dropping that down to Matt Duchene. Wyatt Johnson picks it up again on the blue line. Back down to Matt Duchene. Back to Wyatt Johnson, over to Miro Heiskanen, a guy who's been lethal against us so far. Jason Robertson with the puck down low, back to Matt Duchene. Over to Miro Heiskanen. Jason Robertson. Miro Heiskanen right alongside the net. Great block there by Jacob Middleton, making sure that puck doesn't go across the crease. Matt Duchene gets it to Robertson. Shot by Miro Heiskanen, and they score. Folks, we cannot take penalties. We cannot take penalties. That's where it's going to kill us. That's where it's going to kill us. You can't take the penalties right now. And my time will be off by a couple seconds just because I'm controlling it myself here. It's not tuned in the game, but like I said, you can't take penalties. You can't afford it. Just a nice shot. I mean, there's no other way of putting it. Just over the stick of Matt Boldy from blocking it. Miro Heiskanen with another goal, though. Another goal, folks. Just a tough situation for the Wild to find themselves in. I mean, they're 5 for the last 6 on the power play. You can't have that. They're 9 for 20 in the series. It's nearly a 50% power play percentage. Good stop by Jesper Wallstedt to get back into the rhythm again here. But, that's a tough situation to get in here now. But if you don't take a penalty, you'll win the game. You will win the game if you do not take a penalty. And just a great setup along the blue line. Jesper Wallstedt knew we should have had it. Saw the frustration, looked up to the sky, but, that's okay. That's okay. Early in the game, lots of hockey left, and after what we saw from that first goal from Matt Zuccarello, Kirill Kaprizov, and Ryan Hartman, I think that, we can do that 5 more times. An early goal is just a reality check. Michael McCarron here with the face-off. That puck is dropped, and it is a false face-off, wrong face-off, whatever the NHL calls it, when the linesman decides not to drop the puck. All right, take 2 on the face-off. Michael McCarron wins that one again. Jared Spurgeon dishes it behind the net. Gets caught in the uniform of Jonas Brodin, but that one's picked up by Vladimir Tarasenko. Down on the hash mark. Still fighting for it. Not pinned, just in the feet of a few Dallas Stars player. Dallas Stars here. Got the puck in the slot. That one's high stick by Michael McCarron. And it is not going to be a whistle. Get chipped out by the Wild nearly, but that is still picked up by, I believe that's Ritkovian. Liam Bichel, shot, saved by Jesper Wallstedt. Wallstedt getting tested early. Slotko, I mean, you say let's go Stars. Appreciate you for being in the stream, but it's a Wild stream. Come on now, come on. We can have anybody in the chat here. Wild fans, Stars fans. That one nearly goes for... That's not called... You can't call that icing. You cannot call that icing. They were fighting their way there. No way. No way you can call that icing. This one's coming back into the Wild zone, however. And I mean, early right now, we're getting Jesper Wallstedt tested. Should try and get a shot counter maybe for another stream here, next stream, seeing how things go. But ladies and gentlemen, we're one subscriber away from 4,400. If you're in here and have not hit that sub button, be sure to do so. Join me here. I'm giving you all of the news. And I appreciate you guys for the support. And I see a lot of people saying, they enjoy the vids. Appreciate you. Appreciate you all for being here. Puck stays in the zone, was not offside by the Dallas Stars. Trying to get out, but it's in Vladimir Tarasenko's skates. Dallas still has control down low. Tries to get a shot off, but does not go. The Wild need to get the puck out here. We need to get a change, get someone back on. How's it going, Benny? Welcome into the stream. Michael McCarron nearly gets on. I'm sorry, folks. I'm trying to watch the game, but also trying to analyze this, get it all out at the same time. Puck gets back here. It's Thomas Harley in front. Gets back. Skates along the blue line. This one over to Jason Robertson. Stays in somehow. The Dallas Stars recuperating around the blue line. Tough to stay in. And that one gets out as it gets past a Stars defenseman who's going for a change. Good opportunity for the Wild to change. That first line is coming back on Matt Zuccarello on the very heavy forecheck. Great stop by Faber to get that one still on the Dallas Stars half of the ice. Caleb, I think it is probably a chance that they did work on penalty kill all this week, but I think the big thing they were doing is working on power play as well, because we saw how much that really impacted this team. Not being able to score on any of their 7 opportunities they had in last game. If that had been the case, this series should be 3-1, but the Minnesota Wild are coming down the ice right now. Kirill Kaprizov over to Brock Faber, just over and ahead of him. Tried to kick that one up like Matt Boldy did, but was not available. Ryan Hartman in front of the net, or at the point, puts it in front of the net. Matt Zuccarello comes in. That one is over the head of Ryan Hartman, but a nice stop there. Very, very nice stop. You wouldn't know if it was Austin Martin out there right now, but the Wild get it back down. This first line is playing like absolute animals. Poise, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. And we're at 4,400. You guys are the best in the Digest Media Company. We have 70 some odd channels. Your guys' support has been incredible. You guys are the best community of all these channels, in my opinion. I am biased, but I fully do believe that as well. And appreciate all of you guys for being here, because this is a very important game. Wanted to get a community here on this one. Watch all the game together. Colin Blackwell slips behind the net and then gets a very big hit from Nick Foligno in the corner. As this one is back in the Wild zone, they're trying to get this one out again, but it seems like this fourth line has been caught in here along with the third line in the Wild zone quite a bit throughout this game, and a lot of pressure on. It's a very good forecheck for both teams here, I think it's a good start, but we want to get more control down below. Marcus Foligno showing some puck skills. Oh my goodness. You wouldn't know if this was very close to being, very, very close to being too many men again for the Wild. Got to make sure that they can clean that up. Fight in the corner. Nearly gets back to Jared Spurgeon, but it's still cycled around in that Stars zone. Eriksson Ek in there. Yakov Trenin, that's what we missed. A big hit there from him. And there is a face-off. Don't know what this is. If it's a hand pass, hit someone on the bench. But the linesmen call this one. Looks like, it's just another replay of the Heiskanen shot that they showed here. Right over the pad, right under the glove. As a goalie, that's the spot that you really hate the most. Anywhere just over the pad that, you really can't lock it in. But for those of you who have just joined, it's a 1-1 game. A goal from Miro Heiskanen and a goal from Matt Zuccarello, who is back, as well as Yakov Trenin returning to this lineup. And I mean, with a bit of a different look here than what we saw in Game 1. This is the lines from what we saw in the last game. Danil Yurov is out. Bobby Brink is in. Nico Sturm is out. You get Trenin back in, and you also get Zook back in, which is huge. Oh, no, we did not score a goal. My apologies, folks. That should not have been going on. That was after our last goal. But little sneak peek for when the Wild score, what you guys will see. We already saw it once. Hopefully we see it 5 or 6 more times in this game. Get a very similar one to Game 1. But 6 minutes left in this period. We're back into commercial break. And, I think there's going to be a big conversation in the locker room between periods that they need to get a little bit more discipline. And, I don't think it's a thing where this team really is not disciplined right now because we know they have. But of any team in the NHL right now, the person, the team, the players that I would least like to go on the penalty kill against is this Dallas Stars team. Wyatt Johnston, Miro Heiskanen, just about everybody, really. That entire team, whoever's on their power play, Unit 1 or 2, Jason Robertson, they're just very good. And you see the even strength goals this series. The Wild have 12, the Dallas Stars have 3. But power play goals, the Minnesota Wild have 3, and the Dallas Stars have 9. I feel like that's really the story of where things are going and how important special teams are in this series. The penalty kill has been bad, there's no doubt about it. But I do think it's a big part of just the Stars having the best power play we've really seen in a couple years, what it feels like in the NHL. The Wild dump this one in the corner, get Eriksson Ek down there, his favorite spot on the ice. That one gets put out. Brock Faber fighting for it to keep it in. Zook, not on the ice. That's Marcus Johansson. My apologies. Matt Boldy gets the puck. Nice skate around Jason Robertson. Backhand on net, saved by Jake Ottinger, though. That still is going to control the Wild. Quinn Hughes on the blue line, just a phenomenal skater. Using his feet, stick handling, going back. Shot blocked by, I believe that was Miro Heiskanen. Puck still with the Wild, though. There is a skater without a stick. Another shot. Quinn Hughes nearly has an opportunity. A backhand saved by Jake Ottinger. And that one doesn't get out. Great save there by, I believe it's Bobby Brink. This one's back. We get the first line back on Kirill Kaprizov. Getting set up. Seeing Brock Faber out here. Dish that puck up. Hartman to Kaprizov. Back to Hartman. Misses that one. No defense there as they were going for a change, and that is an offside by the Minnesota Wild with 5 minutes left in this period. After that Dallas goal, this team has looked a lot better, and I thought they looked very good to start, but this is, I think, a very good sign that they're going to focus up on all of this right now. You guys see me looking down. I'm kind of looking at the stream, like playing back here on my other monitor. I have my laptop stood up on a stand just below the camera, so I'm looking at you guys here. I have down here is my screen, so don't mind me. I'm still paying attention. Another very quick commercial break here for this game, but it's a good start. It's a very good start. Appreciate all you guys for being here, especially on the first watch-along stream. Of course, we're going to have a few bugs here and there. I mean, the goal horn shouldn't have gone off just then a minute ago, but this is going to be a good thing. Josh, commented on a video earlier to scratch Brink and have Sturm play in a spot as a center. He's much better forechecker, and Brink has done nothing, to be fair. He's undersized. He is undersized, but there's one thing that I think that they really decided to keep him in, and what the big decision was that he's very good at the forecheck. I mean, Nico Sturm is as well, but I think Bobby Brink has that little more bit of upside, right now. Just on the offensive side of things, especially when you're throwing him on a third line, which not necessarily known for their scoring. So I don't hate it, but that's definitely something that I'm 100% sure they considered. They're not looking bad. They're not looking bad. Of course, that one goal that Dallas had was on the power play for them, so they're going to score on that. But apart from that, the time that this game has had so far. There's been a few minutes where Dallas had control in the Wild zone, but it's been nothing crazy. It's been fully just a good back-and-forth game. And the Wild goal, Zuccarello on it, just the best way to do it. So, for those of you who may not be able to watch the game, tune into these streams. Like I said, you're going to see a lot of these here, and this face-off is back going. Still in the Dallas zone. Zuccarello over. He has the puck, puts up the middle to Spurgeon, to Kaprizov. Blocked shot off Matt Zuccarello. This one here, still controlled by Zuccarello behind the net. He's skating well. Gets hit by Thomas Harley. Not a bad hit, but it's not something you want to see Matt Zuccarello take right now. Nearly out on the blue line, dished over to Bischel. That's blocked by Kaprizov. That is a phenomenal block, especially for a star player to go out and block a shot like that. It shows how much this Wild team really cares. But Ryan Hartman got this one pinned in the corner. That's Bischel down there. They have 3 down low, some forward. I'm not sure what line that is for the Stars. Is back on defense, but you get a quick breakout here. You may have an opportunity. Shot 6-3 for the Minnesota Wild right now. It's looking good. It is looking very, very good. This one got back in by Michael McCarron. He skates those very long strides, has the puck pinned in the corner, trying to get scooped out by Vladimir Tarasenko as he gets hit by Jamie Benn without the puck once again. Puck in the feet there of Ritkovian, I believe that is now back out into the Wild zone. Bogosian up, skated in by Bobby Brink, passed over to McCarron, just wide of the net, could have been tipped. Bogosian takes the shot. That one was off a couple bodies there, but this one dumped out again by the Stars. They're not keeping that puck. They're not skating it out. They're trying to get it out of the zone very quickly, which is a good sign, especially on this line of Michael McCarron, Bobby Brink, and Marcus Foligno. Another breakout coming here. This one tipped up by Trenins to avoid the icing. It's a very good start here. Very good start in this, forecheck, but Brock Faber has that one pinned up. Great poke by Yakov Trenin. Another huge thing we're missing is his stick skills. Nick Foligno got that one back around to Trenin. Marcus in front of the net just misses Nick's stick and is out of the zone. Great hit there from Brock Faber on Maverick Bork to not let him skate in. Is pinned now behind the net. Pops out in front, but Nick Foligno picks it up as he is the only one there. He's trying to skate it out, but he is not the quickest guy. Dumps it down the ice behind the Stars' net. Great hit by Marcus Foligno. A massive hit. Jason Robertson skates that one in. Nearly goes over the shoulder of Jesper Wallstedt, but avoids it. Bischel shot from the point, and that one is saved. That has to be a trip. Ridiculous. Could have been a toe pick, but right now it looks like a trip, and I'm going to call it a trip. It is indeed a penalty. The Wild are going to the power play. Okay, don't know how the near referee didn't get that called, but right now, the Wild are skating this one in, trying to set up here, and that one is stopped on the blue line. And the Dallas Stars are going on the penalty kill. The Wild get a big power play to end the first period here. Looks like a trip. Cannot confirm where things are going, but that's what it looked like, if that is indeed the call. 2 minutes for interference. Okay, well, not sure if this is the exact same play that I thought should have been a trip, or... Okay, Jason Robertson could have been a trip, could have been interference. Just, not an intended knee, but it was a knee on knee. More so, both guys never saw where things were going. But, Josh, I think you're absolutely right. We need to get control, win each face-off, and they've been good with that so far. And with this intermission here in about 2 minutes, we're going to go over that. But, good start. Face-off won by the Stars, just as we spoke of that, and they get this one out. Jesper Wallstedt coming out of the net to play that one. Quinn Hughes picks up the puck, and he is skating back into the zone. Drop back to Matt Boldy. Matt Boldy skating this one and goes through a couple defensemen over to Kaprizov. Nearly to Eriksson Ek in front of the net, but that one just jumps over his stick. Played out. Oh, Quinn Hughes nearly kept it in, and it was offside. Okay. Power play now hasn't so far looked great. 3 for 19 in the series. not good. We were third best in the regular season, but this series has not shown that whatsoever. But right now, at least, folks, we have a minute 33 left on the power play, 124 left in the period. It is going to be a 10-second about power play if they do not score before the period ends. Skated in by Kaprizov, dished over to Matt Boldy. Matt Boldy plays it down below to Kaprizov, back up to Quinn Hughes, fakes the shot. Zuccarello walks in, off Jake Ottinger, and out of play. Very good sign that we're seeing more shots from Zuccarello. His impact has already been very noticeable, of course, getting on the board for us, but overall, just a very, very solid, great start for him. And especially on this first power play, it's already noticeable that he is back, which is a very positive sign. Face-off. Going for it again. Second face-off here of this one. Going for take two. Tied up. Drop back by Kaprizov. And the Wild have it. Matt Zuccarello picking this one up. Shot by Kaprizov. Just goes over the blocker and wide. Not the shot you want to see on the power play, is a wide shot that has a chance of running around. Back to Quinn Hughes, over to Matt Zuccarello. Back to Hughes. Over to Boldy. Boldy skates in, circles back. Coming on the hash marks. Behind the net to Kaprizov. Zuccarello out. Skates back. Puts it to Kaprizov on the goal line. In front to Eriksson Ek. Nearly in. Matt Boldy. Matt Zuccarello and Joel Eriksson Ek all fighting for that puck. Matt Boldy taken down. Kaprizov still has it, though. Quinn Hughes over to Kaprizov. Skating down low to Boldy. Boldy skates. A lot of room. That one's in. Matt Boldy. Another goal. Power play goal. Ladies and gentlemen, great way to end this period. 11 seconds left. I'm not going to say it may be a review, but I think the Stars are going to look at it just because of what happened, what it is. But that one was put in front of the net. Boldy, all the time to walk out, got his own rebound, got another rebound. That one, Miro Heiskanen tries to clear it, hits it off Boldy, and it goes in. Boldy was a little bit on top of Ottinger. He was outside of the crease. I don't think there should be any reason why that is not a goal. But that is a great sign right now. Right now, it's 2-1. And it certainly seems like that will be going ahead, not looking like we're going to see. Dallas is indeed reviewing it. What it seems like a risky one, because that puts the Wild back on the power play, if that's the case, with a full intermission to look at it. But you're seeing Dave Jackson right now, if you're watching the game live on the television with me here on the stream. The Wild are currently getting their goal reviewed. I don't see a reason why this should not count, because Matt Boldy got his skate tied up with, I'm not sure who that is, just out of screen. Ritskovian. No, Essel Lindell hooks him by the skate, which takes him down and pushes him a little bit into the net. I'm not sure if that's what they're reviewing. I can't see it not being, because Matt Boldy is fully taken down, and that gets shot off Matt Boldy by Miro Heiskanen. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments below, or the comment live chat. I guess not the comments. Is this a goal? Yes. Goal or no? Sorry. I'm thinking it's a goal. I mean, once again, I don't see no way Matt Boldy can get out of the way. He pushes out, and he gets tripped up and pushed into the net. We had this happen to us earlier this series, and it was called a good goal. If it's not here, I don't know what to say. Looks like all the way Jake Ottinger is able to have it. We're getting a call here now from the referee. No goal! I don't understand how you can make that decision. How you can... No, that's... Okay. Just had to turn my audio on then to see what they were saying. Apparently, Matt Boldy's stick pushed Jake Ottinger into the net. And Matt Boldy kind of looks like that's what he thought. So 22 seconds left on the power play. It is still a 1-1 game. And that puck is taking a face-off outside, which should not be the case after something like that. But it is what it is. Matt Boldy taking the face-off here with 12 seconds left in the period, with 10 seconds left afterward. Matt Zuccarello is on the side of the bench, right on the other side of the ice. Matt Boldy might try and win this faceoff and just dump it in. Here we go. Quinn Hughes skating it, passes over to Zuccarello. And that one gets out of the zone. 5 seconds left, dumped in by the Dallas Stars, saved by Jesper Wallstedt. And that is indeed, ladies and gentlemen, the end of the period. And we get a little bit of a scrum in the corner. Okay, I like it. But that is, like I said, indeed the end of the first period, folks. Let me know what you think about this right now as we head into our first intermission. I will get our stats up after this period in a few moments here, but tough way to not see goal number 2 go in. Any chance that they get to screw the Minnesota Wild, the refs will do it. Caleb, I thought at first it was not the right play, but it was. I do think that Matt Boldy did push Jake Ottinger into the net. And this team's gonna have to watch out for every ridiculous play by Tyler Myers, cross checks from Jamie Benn diving, Jamie Benn throwing elbows, Tyler Myers throwing elbows. Seems like a pretty big thing here. But folks, first period is over. We will get to the second here now in 17 minutes and 39 seconds is what ESPN is saying right here. But that's a good start. That's a good sign that we're seeing the team being capable of this. Should be going 2-1. I believe Boldy now has 3 goals taken away in 4. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Boldy has a few goals taken away at this point. Josh, it's a very good idea. I may have to do a counter for dives next game. That's certainly going to be in the cards. Comment that on a video so I can see it and remind me, or I'm actually going to write it down. Hold on. I'm going to write it down so I fully do remember that that's what I'm going to do. All right, got it done. Dive counter will be done. Colin, I mean, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from with the better pick for the Canucks, but right now I think it's going to be a little bit of a stress thing for me over the next couple of games while the Wild are still in the playoffs. But will be good for you guys whenever that pick does, or I should say wherever it does end up being. Exactly the way of putting it. Don't like the call. I don't like the call, but it was the right one. I think goaltender interference is such a touchy thing that could have been a lot worse call, but I think that was, that was the right one. And I'm happy that's where we're setting the parameters, because if that happens to us, we know at least right now that the referees have set this benchmark for being the thing. So let me get my Gamecast up here, folks, and I will have this on our normal video setup coming in just a moment. Wild in 6. Let's hope. Let's hope. Okay, folks, we're going to do this right here now. Put this into our... Give me a moment. We'll have our little setup done right here. So, give me your thoughts, folks, on the first period. Obviously, great start, I think, for the Wild. Could have been, should have been 2-1. But the way that the period just so happened to be a little bit of a end power play for the Wild. They did indeed score, but got taken away. I'm okay with that because it's a good sign. But as you see Caleb saying there in the chat, you look back over the years, 50-50 calls. Never really seemed to go the Wild way, which I completely agree with. But, I don't think the refs are going out of their way to screw the Wild here. But you look at the first period, a power play apiece. Should be a power play goal apiece. 10 hits by the Wild, 4 by the Stars. And I feel like a lot of those Wild hits, maybe 5 of them, were just big hits. Marcus Foligno, Yakov Trenin. As Trenin makes his return, it's good to see that he's still throwing the body out there. But 9 shots to 5 for the Minnesota Wild here. But the big thing that you see on this one right now, 76.5 face-off percentage. I feel like that is a massive, massive bonus for this Wild team. Given where they've been on the face-off dot over this entire season, it's a very good start. And these were not just kind of borderline wins. These were convincing wins. 77% on the dot pretty much. You're seeing those being drawn right back. And I can get actually the count of how many face-offs it was in specific. But that's a very, very positive sign. Especially given where this team has been on that entire thing all year. The Wild won 13 faceoffs, and the Dallas Stars won 4. Very, very good sign. And there's one thing that really kind of makes this happen, and that's Danila Yurov not being in the game. His faceoff wins not been great this year. His faceoffs have not been great this year, but this is his first season as an official centerman, and you have to take that into consideration. When it comes to the goals, though, Matt Zuccarello, 4 minutes into the game. Miro Heiskanen, the power play goal about halfway through. Just a great start. It was a great start. I'm okay with 1-1, but think about it as 0-0. Think of this as the first period. You're just starting, going into it. Now, I think that this is something that, given how this team is going, and Matt Zuccarello right now talking to PK Subban on the ESPN broadcast, cannot hear it. Volume's off. But he's looked very good. He's looked very comfortable in this first period back from injury after getting 3 assists in the first game and not playing since. Folks, your sport's been incredible. Already gained about 10 subscribers on this stream, getting past our goal right now, 4,400. And the next big one, 4,500, with the ultimate huge goal of 5,000. And I mean, we had a goal of 4K before the season ended, and it's still going. So appreciate you guys. Sport's been great, and not sure my chat is off. Let's see. Hopefully that will come back, but I don't know why it is not there right now. Still showing good, but it's a great sign. That's what we're seeing from Matt Zuccarello in his first game back right here. And even in that overtime, even in that power play here, nearly had a few opportunities. So let me know what you guys think right now. I'm going to ask you a few questions while we're at it because we still have a little bit of time, about 10 minutes until period 2 starts here. What do the Wild need to change in period 2? This is what I'm going to say. Any penalty that you may think you're going to take, do not take it. Do not take it, because as you're probably seeing right now on your screen, or just saw, 9 power play goals in the series for the Dallas Stars. They have won in every game. The longest single postseason streak since 1991. It's crazy. You can't have that. I mean, you guys are agreeing. Just don't take a penalty. I mean, it seems simple, don't it? It seems simple, but I guess, the speed of, the game that we're seeing here, it's pretty, pretty crazy to even just consider that may be difficult. Hello from Russia. Wild go. Thank you for tuning in all the way from Russia. Appreciate you for tuning in. Obviously, little stream here going on. Watch along. Right now, we're in the intermission. For those just tuning in, we're going to get back into the game in about 10 minutes here. Just waiting for all of this to get underway again, and we'll have our score clock once again ready to go, counting down the time of the period. But as we kind of look to the lines, for those of you who are maybe tuning in, maybe missed the beginning of the stream, maybe tuned in halfway through the stream, of these lines in last game, we have a few changes. I think, of course, the first big one being that Yakov Trenin and Mats Zuccarello both returning to the lineup. Huge additions once again. They were, key players in that first 6-1 win for the Wild, and having them back now, more important than ever in a 2-2 series. But going back to the lines, you're going to see this. These were from last game. Bobby Brink moved down. Matt Boley staying on this line with Eriksson Ek and Johansson. Matt Zuccarello jumping in on the first line. Tarasenko, I believe that it's Tarasenko. What are the lines? Hold on. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Don't mean to, Is it Tarasenko, Trenin, and Nick Foligno? Is that what we're looking at right now in this game? I should have this, but I do not at the moment. But welcome in, Spencer. Hello from Texas. But go Wild. Go Wild. We got to get this one here. Got to keep it hot. Take the crowd out of the game. Second period has to be dominant. Discourage the Stars fans. Remember, we aren't supposed to win this game, so the pressure is on Dallas. Really, that's true. That is indeed true. And that's, Maddie, 100%. That's where we saw in game one. A lot of hits, a lot of physicality. But right now, they're not being, they're not being deterred by the hits. The Dallas Stars are not. But if you bring on the physicality, they certainly can. The stream does say Minnesota Wild versus Dallas Stars. It is Wild Digest. So, you're going to get a bit of a biased commentary from yours truly. But, anybody can come in. It don't matter if you're a Leafs fan, a Habs fan, a Bruins fan, a Sabres fan. Any fan of any team can jump in here, watch along with this game. Because I know there's a lot of people who surprisingly can't watch this game just because of, blackouts and stuff from the NHL. And I know that it is the playoffs still, but it is just a, some plays a tough game to watch. Some people may have the Bruins game, the Sabres game on now, but why not listen to this as well? So appreciate whoever it is in here, watching this game along with us here. We're still in commercial break. I will give you an across-the-league update where things are among the other. I don't know if the only other game right now is the Sabres and the Bruins. The Bruins on the brink of elimination. Let's see what that game is looking like right now. That is 1-1 with 4 minutes left in the second period between the Bruins and the Sabres. The goal scorers are... let's see. The goal scorers are Rasmus Dahlin on the power play in the first period and Elias Lindholm unassisted. It must be off a turnover in the middle of the slot, I would say. I think that's the goal we just saw on the broadcast. About halfway through the second period. So, interesting game there. It's very even. Very physical game, too. Appreciate you, Jim. The first watch along, too. So, we're kind of easing into it. We're kind of getting used to it. But this is going to be, a fun one. A fun one. Maddie, I'm in Canada, so it's on Sportsnet, but it's ESPN's broadcast. So it's technically ESPN. It's their full coverage. Bimkin, appreciate you for tuning in. I feel honored to be the first one that pops up when you hit refresh. So appreciate you for joining in. Hopefully you can stay. Okay, the Wild don't have local coverage. Okay, I know they had Bally and I know they had FanDuel Sports Network, but I know those were weird ways to, I know it felt like, I know there's a lot of stuff going on with it. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but they had something weird going on. I know that. I think Bally sports went bankrupt, I think. Something along the lines of that, but I think there is a new network coverage coming, if I'm correct. I saw on LinkedIn the Wild posted something about that, so certainly a positive sign. All right, Josh, I like the comment, but we have no right to say anything. We have zero right, because if we look at our last, decade of playoffs, we can't say anything. I love to chirp, but we cannot say anything on that. It's like if people don't know me, like who I'm a fan of, and I talk to their team, especially Leafs fans, won't let them know unless they ask, because we have no right to talk. How'd the Wild do in the draft? Wasn't paying attention. I think they did okay. I'm not mad, but there's a few picks I was thinking. I think Caleb Banks in the first round was someone that, was a interesting candidate. I don't mind it. But I think it was his name, Thielemann. I can't remember what his name is, or pronounced. That the Bears took. I wanted him, and now he's in their division. Not what you want to see. Oh, Spencer, you're living then. Dallas Stars and a Lightning fan. I mean, you're rolling it. You got it. You got it. Like, I mean, it's all good fun. I love just shooting the shit with different fans during these types of games and stuff. Oh, it's so much fun. Watching on FanDuel. So FanDuel and ESPN Plus only. That's weird. Let me see if I can let me see if I can get it for you guys what the update was. Apparently they're hiring. The Minnesota Wild job posting points to new TV. Yeah, they put on LinkedIn they're hiring for some sort of new channel. So that's a positive for all the Minnesota natives. Hopefully. At least hopefully it's gonna be like just a specific network that we're gonna see the Wild on. Avalanche or Lightning not winning the Cup. Those are two things. I mean, as much as I can't stand the Stars, I respect them 100%. I mean, anybody in the Central, I just don't want to see win. But the Stars have been just in a dog team over the past, couple years. But, they're deserving of something. They've been just phenomenal. And I hate it. I hate to see it. Because we're always matched up against them. Them or the Avalanche or... Oh, so annoying. Appreciate all the support in the chat. I'm seeing... go ahead. I'm going to go... I can't go ahead and name all you guys because I feel like I'd be here forever, but... Your guys' sport's been incredible. Appreciate all of you guys here. It's only the first period. We're going to be here for the remainder of the game. Unless the Wild end up in a terrible spot, then I feel like my luck would have ran out. And, on the stream, may not be, may be a jinx. But right now, it's looking good. So we're going to be live here for the entire game. So appreciate all of you guys. Spencer, yeah, it is all fun. It's just all for fun. I mean, like, I have no direct, implications with the Wild. So, I mean, if I worked for him, if I did something, I'm just a massive fan, lifelong, diehard fan, but, I just love hockey in general, too, so it is what it is and all that stuff. I feel like Atlantis is different as well, especially for, how things are now, being a Minnesota team. Although they did move, but being a Minnesota team, I feel like it's just a complete different Completely different situation. All right, folks, we are on to the second period here now. Back on the ice. Power play for 10 seconds, I believe. But the puck is being dropped. Eriksson Ek loses that face-off, but we are underway for the second period. The Wild had 10 seconds left in the power play, jumped into the zone, but that is now indeed over. Icing by the Minnesota Wild as well. Not what we want to see to start the period, but that's okay. That's okay. Minnesota and the Lightning in the finals. My heart would be beating out of my chest. I'd be so nervous. Yeah, Jim, I feel like that's like the entire story of it. Because like, I'm not from Minnesota, is not to me the same way. I'm also born in 2001, so great save by Jesper Wallstedt. How is that staying out of the net? Oh my goodness gracious. What a stop by, I believe that was Brock Faber in the net. Great hit behind the net for Boldy. Oh, wild start to the second period. Sorry for losing my train of thought, folks, but we're back into this period now. Kaprizov with the puck in the zone, almost all by himself. Dumped out by the Dallas Stars. Don't know what happened. There was a set of gloves on the ice there in front of the Wild bench. Not sure what happened. Zuccarello carrying it in. Great play by Kaprizov. Nice spinorama. And that one stopped by Jake Ottinger. Makes another nice stop in front of the net. That one bounces out to Maverick Bourque. Dishes it up. And that one's dumped in. Jesper Wallstedt with the puck. Puts it over into the corner for Jared Spurgeon. Picked up here by Ryan Hartman. Over to Kirill Kaprizov. Back to Jonas Brodin. Slap shot. Rebound. But no cigar on that one. Just a little dump in off the leg of Tyler Myers. Wyatt Johnson skating this one in. Drop pass. Blocked by. Oh, it's a. Jonas Brodin out here. Blocked that one. Slow to the bench. Stars have this one behind the net. Puck possession. Putting it up into the neutral zone. Skating it up. Tyler Myers dumps that one in, and it's off the pad of Jesper Wallstedt, and wide. The Wild 10 block shots this game. And they've all been, I think, very impactful block shots. They've been, like, very important, attempts that the Stars have had. And they've really been quite a few blocked by the Wild here. But Sam Steele skating this one in. Shot. That one goes wide. Picked up on the boards by Jamie Benn. Dished in front of the net. And very awkward play there. A few bouncing pucks. But Sam Steele, Zach Bogosian behind the net. Drop pass down to the defense. Shot on net. Michael McCarron puts that one out. Tarasenko puts that one up, and that one was into the Dallas Stars bench. 17-18 here in this period. Jim, that is very cool that your son played with Jake Ottinger. I've played with one NHL player and played against one. Showing the replay of that first one, Brock Faber jumping in front of the net, but just a crazy play in front where that puck was loose. Mikko Rantanen. Ooh, shot. Yeah, that's a shot blocked by Jonas Brodin from Mikko Rantanen. Guy got a hard shot. Puck in the Wild zone. Nick Foligno behind the net. Got to get it up, and he does. The Yakov Trenin. A little bit of a breakout here. That one dropped off to Marcus Foligno. Still skating. Makes a stop on the hash marks. Turns. Gets hit by, not sure who that was. I cannot see. Shot blocked. Trenin back with the puck. Puts it up the middle. That one gets intercepted, but Quinn Hughes can skate that one out and get a reset here. Just put in the middle by Marcus Foligno, missed by Trenin. Trenin, that is a perfect example of what Trenin's impact is. Went for a hit, icing. Player didn't want none of it. I believe it was Miro Heiskanen and could not see who it was. I find the camera here very low in Dallas. I find it hard to see along the glass who the numbers are. Always found that with Dallas. But It was indeed Jonas Brodin who got hit by that shot. He looks a bit uncomfortable on the bench, but he is working it out. Face-off loss by Joel Eriksson Ek. We saw the face-offs, how good they were in the first period, but the Wild get it back. So even if it's a face-off loss, they get it back. That's what matters. Penalty to the Minnesota Wild, it looks like. I think this might be an Eriksson Ek tripping. It is indeed a Joel Eriksson Ek tripping. Stars are going back to the power play, folks. Not where we want to be. The Wild must kill this one. Eriksson Ek, just, no intent of tripping. It's just a play where you're seeing Miro Heiskanen cut to the outside. The stick trying to follow the puck, but it goes into his feet. Not a great start to the second period here on the penalty kill. But if we can kill this, penalty, momentum shifts in our direction again. Face-off one. Brock Faber, skating with it, and he dumps it out. Behind the net, Jake Ottinger gets this one. The Wild are now letting up 5 of the last 6 goals on the power play against the Dallas Stars. And Matthew Shane skates this one in. Still on the feet, but Nick Foligno gets it back to Jake Middleton, who's going back and forth with McCarron. Faber got this one, and he gets it down the ice once again. That puck hit someone on the bench or the curved glass, I believe. And this is going to be another face-off here at 15:39 in the second period. McCarron, Tarasenko, and Brinkline is trash. I really, really like McCarron with the Folignos or McCarron with Trennan, someone who can match the physicality. Because McCarron, although he is someone that can bring some offense, it don't come, naturally, I guess is a good way of putting it. He's a great player, but I feel like just energy, momentum is his offensive skill. Like, he can get a goal off that. Matt Duchene put that puck to Wyatt Johnson, who looked for a pass but missed the net. That one's down the ice again. Miro Heiskanen skating this one behind. Drop pass, and the Dallas Stars are going for another breakout here. Matt Duchene stops. Everybody's waiting in the line. Wyatt Johnson skates it in, puts it over to Jason Robertson, who gets poked, but still maintains that puck. Matt Boldy, nice poke there. That one out in front of Jesper Wallstedt, but nobody could pick it up, and now it's out of the zone. 40 seconds left on the Dallas Stars power play. We're seeing a change by the Dallas Stars. No, we're not. Never mind. Matt Duchene skates that one in. Looked nearly offside as we saw Mikko Rantanen skate in, but Matt Duchene and Miro Heiskanen going back and forth over to Jason Robertson, who had a wide open net but did not get that puck where he wanted it. Over to Wyatt Johnson. Very good active sticks from the Wild so far on this power play. 16 seconds left. But still, you're seeing Dallas get a lot of those good opportunities here. Matt Duchene shoots it from the point. Nearly tipped, if not tipped, by Mikko Rantanen, but the Wild clear it, and that penalty is going to be killed, folks. Jake Ottinger has the puck down, waiting for a defenseman to come down, and Minnesota Wild kill that penalty. Very good sign. Now it's the Wild turn to get some momentum going. You killed a penalty. Let's get going here. Oh my goodness, nearly going for a 2-on-1, but Ryan Hartman just put it off not a Wild player, a Dallas player's skate. He picks it up, dishes it up to Kirill Kaprizov, played behind the net by Jake Ottinger. Kirill goes to finish his hit there, and this one's being played down low by Esa Lindell. Over to Brock Faber, puts this one back up to Mats Zuccarello. Misses that puck over to Quinn Hughes. Brock Faber, passed down. Great shot by Ryan Hartman there, below the goal line, off the side of the helmet of Jake Ottinger. This one comes back out. Skating it in is Brock Faber. And it is offside. 13-16 in the second period remaining as we head to commercial break. McCarron's our best player in Game 3. Hopefully we re-sign him. I love Michael McCarron. I love Michael McCarron, Josh. I think he's going to be someone that should be I'm not sure if it will be, but should be one of the Wild's top priorities to go and re-sign because he's an animal. He's so good. Whether or not he's going to give you a goal every game, you're not expecting that out of him. But I think that what we've seen from him so far in his tenure is exactly what we want to see. He's someone that can bring the energy. Great on the penalty kill. Great on the dot. He just fits everything. And he's also not going to want too much money, which is a very positive thing. Z-Man, that is indeed correct. 9 of their 12 goals have come on the power play. Actually, we have to stop that. I think the chances are of Quinn Hughes staying after his contract expires. Well, starting July 1st is when the Wild can negotiate. So they kind of have a full year to do it, pretty much. They have a full year. So thinking about it that way, I mean, I'm putting it into really the perspective of what they did with Kirill Kaprizov. Being able to negotiate all year is a positive sign. I think that he really likes Bill Guerin. I think that he really likes Minnesota. But the only concern that I have that he doesn't re-sign, because I think he will, is if there is a major impact on he wants to play with Jack. It's the only thing. Other than that, I fully see him staying with the Wild. Spencer, 100%. You're right. He absolutely is. He's an animal. He's a guy who will never lose energy. Really wish I could hear this interview from Kevin Weeks. He interviewed Marcus Foligno in the first period. Now he's interviewing Jason Robertson. But I can't play the audio because YouTube will, shut the stream down. Me too, Josh. I was thinking the second rounder was way too much, but given where he's put this team, I guess, not on his back necessarily, but he's given us a huge boost. It's worth it. I do think that Bill Guerin saw the value in him, which is obviously a positive thing. The Wild get this puck down low. Trennan dishes out to McCarron, who got it on the half wall. And we have a pinch down there from Bogosian, who just put it in the shin pads. We now have that puck dumped in. Jake Middleton there with Tyler Myers down low once again. Everybody put a helmet on or two if Tyler Myers is in the play. Skating out here, Jake Middleton got that puck to put it on net, get a face-off, and he stops back, dumps it in. Tarasenko dishes out to beautiful pass. Nick Foligno, nice shot there. That one stopped, 12-11, and we get a little scrum in front of the net. Trennan, Nick Foligno in there with Jamie Benn, few other folks. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been here for a little while, if you have not been here since the beginning of the stream, be sure to drop a sub, drop a like here. Let me know you like these watch-alongs. This is the first on the channel. Still getting a few wrinkles out, but we're commentating it. We can't show it on the broadcast, of course, without copyright reasons. But we got a little goal horn. We got a little time clock. We got our scoreboard. We got it all here. So if you enjoy it, be sure to give it a like and hit the sub button. We got the goal of 4,500. That's a crazy goal before the stream. That's not going to happen. But your guys' sport's been incredible, and I really don't doubt anything you guys do. So appreciate all of you guys here. That puck dropped out into the Wild zone. Just missed the net on a missed pass by the Dallas Stars. But this one being carried into by Bobby Brink. I wouldn't mind a hook there, referee. That's a tough one to see there. But that's why I like Bobby Brink here. I think he's just an absolute dog. Don't mind driving the net. Don't mind getting in the dirty areas, and he just did that right there. Very well could have drawn a penalty. Jake Ottinger nearly gives that one up to Bobby Brink as this one goes in the corner. Marcus Foligno. Bobby Brink nearly tries to put it in front of the net. Stays controlled down low in the trapezoid. Put that one down low by Marcus Foligno. Bobby Brink in there again, nearly getting hit by Miro Heiskanen, but does not. Great keep by Kirill Kaprizov, but that one was a high stick. I don't know if it was, but his stick was in the air, but I don't think it hit that point in on the stick. Ryan, you're saying restructure Gus's contract and trade for Jack Hughes. Depending on the health status of one Jacob Markstrom, it will be interesting to see if maybe he'd be a part of a Jack Hughes deal. You never really know, but I think that, it would be a benefit if you did have Jack Hughes. Quinn would maybe resign for a little bit less. The Wild lose another faceoff. Doesn't seem like they're doing as good on the faceoff dot as they have been in this period as they did in the first, but they're able to get the puck back quite a bit, so that's a positive sign. Zuccarello has this one down low, 2 men on him, but he's holding his own. That's one loss, but gets it back behind the net. Mikko Rantanen couldn't hold control. Kaprizov goes for a block shot, and he does indeed get it. It's great work by him on the outside. Rantanen, Ryan Hartman dropped by Wyatt Johnson. The shot saved by Wyatt Johnson. 3 goal-scoring opportunities in this one play. Boys are tired. Need to get off the ice. Here we go. Go for a change, folks. Kaprizov going to chase that puck. And Jake Ottinger gets it. And I can't see the play. They're showing Wyatt Johnson on the bench. Here we go. Recoup by the Stars in the middle of the ice. Here we go, Matt. That's a penalty. You got to give Tyler Myers a penalty for that. And he does. Tyler Myers going to the box. What should have been the 15th time this series. Dallas is certainly looking better this period, but we have another huge opportunity. Let's see if Matt Zuccarello can get another point. Interference by Tyler Myers as it was just a misplay. And that one... Okay, no penalty on Ryan Hartman there, but Wyatt Johnson, several great opportunities there in front of the net. There's a few contracts expiring as well, Josh, that could benefit the Wild here. So that's something that I think they're going to really take a look at. But the Wild win this faceoff here, and we play the puck in the zone. Eriksson Ek in the slot, played over to Kaprizov. He had a lot of time there. Down low to Boldy, up to Kaprizov again, over to Quinn Hughes, who puts that back to Kaprizov. And now at the point, running 2 defensemen pretty much. Matt Boldy, back to Kaprizov at the point. Shot! Cross-check from, Eriksson Ek received a cross-check, but no penalty there. Great save by Jake Ottinger. Matt Boldy gets it back. Kaprizov, Matt Boldy shot, and that one goes wide. Quinn Hughes stops it, though, from going out after that wraps around the boards behind the net. Now Zuccarello, behind the net, gets over to Boldy. Lots of time skating. Zuccarello back down the trapezoid. Boldy over to Kaprizov. Quinn Hughes down low. Eriksson Ek in front of the net. Nice save again by Jake Ottinger, and that one's put back in. Jesper Wallstedt gets this puck. 1:07 left on the power play here. Jesper Wallstedt, the playmaker, dishes that one over to Kaprizov. Now going over to Quinn Hughes, who skates this one. Drop pass for Matt Boldy, and they're skating in. Don't look like this line is coming off the ice anytime soon. Zuccarello control over to Eriksson Ek, and a nice glove save by Jake Ottinger. A very good-looking power play, and like I said, folks, it is much different with having Zuccarello. It's just completely different from where we've been the past 4 games without him. No, 3 games. Excuse me. Miro Heiskanen, a little cross-check there in front of the net, but it's the playoffs. You're not going to get that call. Eriksson Ek, a little wobbly puck there, which was why it was such an easy save for Jake Ottinger. And, of course, now you're getting a face-off to the left side, right side of Jake Ottinger, our left side while looking at the play. This one, drop back to Brock Faber, and we have line 2 on the power play on. Bobby Brink over to Brock Faber, who puts this one over to Tarasenko. Tarasenko shot, nice shot, though. That one is saved. Puck back, Tarasenko gets it up to Faber. Tarasenko loses an edge, but keeps the puck on his stick, wraps around the net, and this one's picked up by Marcus Johansson. Brock Faber under pressure on the line. Johansson picks it up, and still in the feet. Ryan Hartman gets it, dishes it around to Vladimir Tarasenko. He drops that pass back to Bobby Brink. Bobby Brink waiting, and he loses that puck off a turnover, and this one's going back down into the Wild zone. And the power play is set to be expired. Ryan Hartman back up, and it is turned over once again. nearly kept in by the Wild, but there was a cross of about 4 different players there who nearly had just a complete roadblock. Marcus Foligno nearly gets that one out, but fans on the shot trying to clear it, and now it gets out. Nice poke by, I believe, that is Riskovian. I could be wrong, though. Dallas Stars have this one. Nice shot from a very difficult angle for the Stars, and they got that one on net. Jesper Wallstedt saves it, though. Now you have a near clear by Trennan. Good stop there. Good pickup by Jared Spurgeon. Marcus Foligno walking this one in. Dump and chase. A big hit by him there, trying to get that puck open, and it still is put out in front of the net. Quinn Hughes picks it up in the slot, and he just can't get a shot off there. Coming back 3-on-3. Off the boards. Ooh, weird bounce, weird carom. Getting this one from Brock Faber, putting it through the middle, getting Kaprizov out, just 2 players running into each other who were not on the same line. The Wild got to get their lines back going, Trennan going off the ice here, and we're getting this first line back out, it appears. No, we're not. We're getting the 4th line out. Quinn Hughes gets this one behind the net. Go for a skate, Quinn. Go for a skate. You got lots of time. Drop pass to Kaprizov. He skates this one in. Skates behind the net. Miro Heiskanen on him as well, and that puck is just too much pressure on him. No open options for Kirill there. Jake Middleton puts it in the zone. The Wild are going to go for a change here. Jake Ottinger playing this one behind the net. And it was another wasted power play by the Wild, but it is much more positive, and it looks like the Wild got away with a very, very big tripping call there. Thought there was going to be a penalty, but there indeed was not. Got to get this puck out, go for a change, get your top guys back on the ice. Matt Boldy out there now with Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek pressuring Thomas Harley. Shot from the point is blocked in front of the net by Mikko Rantanen, I believe it was. Delayed offside here by the Dallas Stars. They get it in low, and there was a hand pass, giving us a stoppage of play with 5 minutes left in the second period. We're going to commercial break, but ladies and gentlemen, a tough power play look that you're not scoring on, but a lot of great options. Next one, the Wild need to score because we don't want to see a wasted power play. We got one on the first one. Nearly had one on the second one. Or excuse me, we didn't have one on the first one. Nearly had one on the first one, but was called back by the referees for goaltender interference by Matt Boldy, who pushed the pad of Jake Ottinger into the net. But there's still lots of hockey left to play. 25 minutes of hockey left, plus more if needed, and we're going to be covering every single minute of it here. Nearly 100 concurrent viewers in the stream. Welcome in if you guys have not been here over this time yet. Appreciate all of you guys for being here. 5 minutes left in the second period, and we're in commercial break now, but this is a much better period for the Dallas Stars. And while we're in commercial break here, I'll show you guys this. After the first period, the Wild had a 76.5% face-off win percentage, but right now, it certainly is evened out a bit more. You're noticing the Stars tie up a lot more, be able to get the puck out. I will give you guys a live update here on the face-offs. See where things are, because I'm not going to update it until the intermission. But right now, we are looking at a... Come on, ESPN. Still a 71.4. So a lot of those tie-ups must have been won by the Wild and the turnover quickly afterwards, but we'll check the actual win-loss ratio. 21 face-offs by the Wild, 20 wins, 8 by the Dallas Stars. So still a good opportunity here, but the only thing is 2 power play opportunities, 0 goals. The only Stars power play goal was their only of the game. They had 2 power play attempts, killed off one of them, but that's not something that you can comfortably give them knowing what is expected of this team on the power play. But 1-1, we are back. Puck drop coming in just a moment out of this commercial break after a hand pass. Eriksson Ek wins another. Phenomenal from him this game. Quinn Hughes over to Brock Faber, dumps it up, and you're getting Eriksson Ek breaking a stick, going back to the bench to get a new one. And he's back into the defensive play. good sign there that he stops another puck with. So good thing that he may have actually broken that stick to get a new one. Quinn Hughes dumps that one up to Mats. That's not Mats Zuccarello. Marcus Johansson. Brock Faber has this one skating down over to Matt Boldy in the slop. That one comes out. A little recoup dump and chase here. Stopped by Jake Ottinger behind the net. Dished over to Miro Heiskanen. Played up to Jesper Wallstedt right behind the net. That was a slow rolling puck there going around. Big breakout here by the Wild. Give me some dubs in chat if you want a goal on this period, on the remainder of this period. Right now, they're putting a lot of pressure on. They're looking good, but there's also a lot of pressure from the Dallas Stars. The winner of Game 5 wins 79% of the series. That stat coming from the NHL themselves in a best-of-7 series. Shot from Tyler Myers right into the chest protector of Jesper Wallstedt on an 89-mile-per-hour shot. I mean, someone who is 6'7" should probably have a harder shot, but Tyler Myers likes to take some penalties, so really no correlation there, but yeah, I know. Just gotta put my hate out towards Tyler Myers when available. 4:27 left in this period as it looks like we're heading to another commercial break. Wow, ESPN likes to make their money. And as you guys know through my videos, I also do with my advertising. But into another commercial break here. But it's a good sign by the Wild that they're putting the pressure on. They're still continuing, and the 19 shots we've had have been quite a significant amount of high-quality shots. Yeah, they have been a few that are, just a few, dump-ins, a few little just chip in on nets, but I'd say probably 15 of those have been some very good quality chances that Jake Ottinger is making a lot of good saves on. Credit where credit's due to him. I'm not going to discredit him for that because he's been very good this game. A Go Wild from KMC. Absolutely go Wild. We're going to give us some flames here on this one. We need the heat for the remainder of this game. We need to see this team absolutely light it up, absolutely get things going. And there's still a lot of hockey left to play. I mean, 24 minutes, 27 seconds. And once again, this clock is 2 seconds off. The clock in the game right now is at 4:29. But on the power play, the Wild have been good. I mean, that shot from Jake Ottinger, maybe you're looking, if you're not watching, just on top of the shoulder. Very good chance from Vladimir Tarasenko off the shot. But Jake Ottinger's been solid. Jesper Wallstedt's been solid. And I'm not going to jinx anything, so I'm not going to go too far into it. But Jake Ottinger's playoff career is 19-8 following a loss. So that's some pretty good signs for the Dallas Stars fan here in the chat. And I mean, I know you have a few guys. So pretty tough stat for the Wild to go out and try to go against. That one won by the Dallas Stars. Tyler Myers puts it over on the side to Bischel. That puck is loose in the crease. And the whistle is gone. Not sure what that is for in specific. If the net came off, but Jesper Wallstedt was dogpiled. So there was indeed a whistle. Bouncing puck. Sam Steele was just on top of Jesper Wallstedt. I'm not sure if that's going to be a penalty or not on Faber, or Faber had two hands on the stick. Looked like a little bit of a cross check, but I don't believe it is. Just, I think, was a whistle with the net must have came off or something, because it's just a face-off in the zone, but 4:22 in this period. Face-off won by the Wild. Arttu Huru will not return with a lower body injury tonight, is what the ESPN broadcast just said. Someone who has really been a pain in the ass for the Wild is no longer returning to this game after, not sure the reason, but a lower body injury. And like I've been saying in my videos, you don't want to see any injuries. I want to see best on best. If Roope Hintz was in this series, it would certainly suck for the Wild, but Roope Hintz is a great player. Love to watch him play. You want best on best? Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Face-off stopped here at the blue lines. Forgot to stop my timer, so we're going to see that pause here for a minute. Michael McCarron loses his face-off. The Dallas Stars get it back in the zone. Just chipped in, nearly offside, as Dallas fans want a penalty on that, but there should not be. I mean, Zach Bogosian, a little bit of a kind of back and forth, a mutual hold, so should be no penalty. Michael McCarron just using his strength there, and Trennan skating this one up, dumps it down. Jurgen and McCarron going into the corner. Absolute wrecking ball, and his strength is just unbelievable. I mean, he can carry a puck in anywhere. Michael McCarron got to get off the ice. He has no helmet. And he is getting off the ice. Okay, lucky there was no call. He did kind of jump into the play a little bit there. But, fine. Just a puck put into the corner by Jesper Wallstedt. Any news on Jonas Brodin? I haven't seen anything just yet. I think he's been in the game. I think it was just more of a stinger than anything. But I haven't seen anything here on my phone, on Twitter, on anything. I don't have the audio on, so I can't really hear it in anything either. But from just watching, it's been looking all good on his front. He didn't leave the bench. Stay on the bench is a little bit of like a grimace when it happened right away. Quinn Hughes dumps that one in. Marcus Foligno ready to throw the body in. He just misses it. Faber puts that one in. Ottinger plays the puck, puts it up, and Eriksson Ek picks this up. Great shot from him on Jake Ottinger, but that one just goes wide. I love that attempt. I love that shot. I feel like it's a very hard one to pick up on if you're a goalie. Michael McCarron's helmet is still on the ice. A referee should pick that up and bring it over to the bench because we cannot see Michael McCarron if he does not have it. Wallstedt plays this puck. Gets it up to the top. Matt Boldy played over to Quinn Hughes. He's on a little bit of a break here. Tries to go around the defense. Put it in front of the net very lightly. Misses everybody. Marcus Johansson misses that open puck, and the Dallas Stars will bring this out. Miro Heiskanen pushes it up to Sam Steele. Nearly played in the trapezoid by Jesper Wallstedt. Pretty crazy play there. 1:54 left in the period. Quinn Hughes chasing. Who would that be? That would be Matt Duchene. Puts the puck on net on a little turn. Just goes wide under the pad of Jesper Wallstedt, it looked like. Played back by Sam Steele. And that puck is off the skate. Skate mojo. Could not get there. That puck is stayed in off the referee, who's behind the net with players. The digital advertising on the boards is going crazy right now, but the Wild get this one, recoup. And there is a penalty on the Minnesota Wild. Too many men, it looks like. Oh. I know some penalties are inevitable, but that is a penalty which you cannot take. You can't take a too many man penalty there. You cannot. You cannot. Wait! Folks, sorry. That penalty's on the Dallas Stars. We have a Minnesota Wild power play. Let's go. Maverick Bork going to the box on that. I apologize, folks. They just showed John Hynes, who I don't think I've ever seen him have emotion on the bench, looking as he normally does. But we have a Minnesota Wild power play. Give me some dubs in the chat for this Minnesota Wild power play, which we need a goal to end the period. We had one at the end of the first, but it was called a goaltender interference by Matt Boldy. We now have our first unit back out there. Matt Zuccarello, Eriksson Ek in front of the net, in some skates. Help him out, Matt Zuccarello, and he did indeed. Matt Boldy with this puck lets it go behind the net. Kirill Kaprizov gets it in the corner. Back to Quinn Hughes, who does some nice footwork, keeps it in. Matt Zuccarello skating in. Does not a pass I'd make there, Matt. But your first game back, that's okay. It's okay. Kept in. Eriksson Ek, nice shot on net. Boldy, just a phenomenal player. Keeping it in. Kaprizov, Eriksson Ek, Boldy, all in front of the net. Puck is loose. Kaprizov gets it, puts it back to Boldy. Eriksson Ek is nice, right on top of the crease, ready to go. Quinn Hughes gets the puck on the blue line, back to Matt Boldy. Yes! A Matt Boldy goal, folks! Let's go. Now he's got it. Now he's got his power play goal. Who needs the power play merchant Dallas Stars when you have your own power play? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. A huge goal for the Wild. It should be Matt Boldy's second power play goal of the game. Let's get it. Let's absolutely get it, folks. What a huge goal, huge moment. Who else but Matt Boldy, the best player in this series by the Wild. Perfect shot. Another one where it looks like Jake Ottinger was a little bit out of position, but let's go. Let's absolutely go. What a beautiful shot. Just a phenomenal play. Matt Boldy. Let's go, folks. Finally a power play goal. Absolutely great way to really get going in this end of the second period here, where we finished off the same way last time. Now, this is your game. This is your game. Take control. Make sure you're staying steady here. This one dumped in on Jake Ottinger. Going to set my clock back, get it ready. They're at about 25 seconds in the actual game right now, and here we go. Get it back rolling. Another one by the end of the period wouldn't hurt. Let's go. Let's go, folks. Ryan Hartman back here. Puts it on net, just off a stick or something. Nick Foligno. Nick Foligno, there were Ryan Hartman and Marcus Foligno. Interesting line combination. What a save by Jake Ottinger as we nearly just saw another goal. Oh my goodness. Let's get that third period clock going, but we have a lot to talk about here in this intermission, folks. Now, I want to take a very quick look at that. Oh my God, I think it would have been too late, but Ryan Hartman makes a beautiful play. No, that would not have been too late. That would have been exactly in time. It would have gone wide, though. Okay, makes me feel a little bit better that happened, but wow. No, that would have been in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're having a little bit of time left on the clock here. What's going on? I believe we have a minute or 1.4 seconds on the clock. Is that what we're looking at right here? Or may not indeed be the intermission, folks. Just take a moment to see where things are going. Oh, Jake Ottinger went to the room. There's 1.4 seconds left. Jake Ottinger went to the room. All right, just a quick moment here. Delay game, folks, maybe? Maybe? No. It's all jokes, all jokes. Jake Ottinger was ready to go for the third period. Greg Goldston also had to go get him. This face-off on the right or left side, get a guy to take... Poise, that one was a good goal. Yes, that one absolutely was. Matt Boldy made sure to stay about 30 feet out from the net, put a perfect shot on, and right now we got it. Okay, Ryan Hartman on the face-off dot. You got your right-hand shot on the right side. Quinn Hughes sitting right at the top of the dot. 1.4 seconds left. Well, we see Tyler Toffoli a couple of years ago. We're old now, folks. Against LA. A goal in 0.9 seconds, I believe it was. Okay. Yeah, nothing we can do on that face-off, but that one is a great way to end the second period, folks. Now it is indeed 2-1 to end the period. Should be 3-1. Should be 3-1, but that is, a good way. Good way to end it. Good momentum. We need to keep this one in. Poise, that is the biggest key. No more penalties. And now, back into an intermission. I will once again get my ESPN kind of stats up here and go over a little bit of an update of where things are. Now, going back to the Gamecast, we're going to get a little bit of a face-off update as well, which we have to assume will have dropped a bit, and it did indeed. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys here. And go down to our goal scorers as we're getting a Matt Boldy power play goal. Finally, one that counted. Matt Boldy has just been an elite player. Give me a scale, folks, in the comments here on this stream, in the chat. Give me a scale 1 through 10. how good has Matt Boldy been in this playoffs so far? Because he's been lights out. I mean, he's been fantastic. We can only go so high. I mean, from the Olympic break, all season, but from the Olympic break, he has just been incredible. And you look right now, these are the stats after 40. A dominant game by the Wild. Dominant. 25 shots to 11. Keep the shots to a minimum, but also no penalties. No penalties. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what it takes. 0 penalties. On a scale of 1 to 10, we're getting 200s. We're getting 300s. I love that. I mean, Matt Boldy, a guy who has really been kind of the highlight of this team. He's been the highlight. Him, Jesper Wallstedt, Quinn Hughes. I mean, the guys you expect, but still so many more people than, I mean, we could ever imagine being the stars on this team. But 62.9% on the face-off dot here so far throughout this game. 25 shots for the Wild, 19 hits, 4 penalty minutes, 1 power play goal against, 1 power play goal for. It's good. It's really, really good. It would be unfortunate if... I know, it's unfortunate that the other goal didn't count because we would have 2 power play goals, but this is now a sign that the Dallas Stars also have to stay disciplined, because if they do not, you're going to see a very good power play out there now with Matt Zuccarello back. Absolutely, Airstar. You know, this game's not over. 20 minutes for a team like the Dallas Stars is a lifetime. So given where you are now, you have to, yes, understand where you are. Know that, your offense is still going to be something that you have to rely upon, but you need to help out Jesper Wallstedt. That hockey guy is Arttu Huru. He is the one that left the game with a lower body injury. Do not know what happened. I didn't see it, and I'm sure we're going to see maybe something here in this intermission, but he was the one that left. But on top of that as well, folks, we're getting a good look here at our goal scorers. Matt Boldy, Matt Zuccarello, Miro Heiskanen on the power play, of course, just a nice shot from him as well, but nice shots from Zuccarello, nice shot from Boldy. I mean, Zuccarello had an open net, but it's a good way to get him going in his return to the lineup. So, I mean, great signs. Really, really good signs so far. And the chat keeps disappearing when I go to my other scene. Don't worry, guys. You still type. You'll see your chat here on screen, but just a phenomenal period. And I'm going to go and get a bit more water here in a few moments, folks, but I just want to talk about this period. Like I said, Matt Boldy, you guys are giving it 200s, 300s out of 10. Thoughts on this period, this game for the Wild so far? Because, it's been good. It's been, the third line has been getting trapped a little bit, but it has been a very good game. It's been a very good period. Now, it's going to be a different mindset, a different plan going into this next period, but still, take advantage of it. Keep going. Lyubushkin may have been out a little bit, but he's been on the ice as late as a few minutes left in the period. So unless he left near the end, he is still in the game as far as I know. I'm going to look right now on my phone and see if we do indeed have any updates. We do not, but Connor McDavid is taking warm-ups for Game 5. So just a few updates across the league for those of you who have been here since the beginning. We spoke about the Bruins and Sabres. I will give you an update on that game as well. That one is having right now, let's see. Oh, we have a blowout in the NBA. The San Antonio Spurs are up 10-2 on the Portland Trailblazers. Sabres and Bruins 1-1 with 10 minutes left in the third period. Do or die for the Bruins. Apparently, from what I've been seeing, Jeremy Swayman has been playing good, so it's good for him. Good for the team. It's an important game. We have a game starting in 7 minutes, technically, but now we know that game will be a little bit later. But the Ducks and Oilers, The Oilers on the brink of elimination, having a game time decision for Connor McDavid is indeed out there. Let me see. Let me get a few updates, folks, on some of the players that we've been going. I gotta see if Lyubushkin was out. No mention, has not returned, though. He may. We don't know just yet. Still no Brodin. He did go down the tunnel, so I was indeed wrong. I knew he was stung on the bench. Didn't know if he played or not. I didn't really see him out there, especially with Spurgeon. But he is not there. Did not have an update on that. So that is as early as 3 minutes ago. And let me check Ilya Lyubushkin. And Ilya Lyubushkin is fine, as good as I know. But yeah, and not good hockey guy, but still, I think there's a lot of time left. I think that they're going to check out. We'll probably know by the start of the period here in about 10, 15 minutes. But right now, there is no update on Jonas Brodin, who remains out of this lineup. Not good. Especially on a third period. All right, folks, I will be back in just 1 second. You're going to see a little thing here that you may see in a lot of videos, so bear with me very, very quickly, folks. Let me ask you something before we get too far into the news. Have you ever Googled your name? Because if you haven't, it's actually crazy how much information is out there. Like your personal information, your address, your phone number, family details. It's all just sitting online. And that's exactly why we use Incogni here at Wild Digest. Incogni helps protect your privacy by removing your personal data from websites which are constantly collecting and selling your info without you even knowing. What really sets Incogni apart is their unlimited plan. It's their most comprehensive and powerful data removal plan available, and it lets you submit an unlimited number of removal requests, so even if your info is on random sites, Incogni's privacy experts will go after it for you. All you have to do is find where your data is exposed, send them the link, and they'll handle the rest. We're talking 420 plus data brokers, plus custom removals beyond that. Honestly, in today's world, protecting your data isn't optional anymore. Take your personal data back with Incogni. Use the code WILDDIGEST at incogni.com/WILDDIGEST and get 60% off an annual plan. Thank you, Incogni. Appreciate the sponsorship here. I had to go use the washroom. I drank a gallon of water today, so appreciate you guys for, especially checking these out in the videos, in the streams. Incogni's been a great sponsor here. They've been doing it all playoffs, so appreciate you guys for checking that out and, even considering all of this, because, your boy got to make some bread. But right now, this game still well underway. And for those who just popped in here, you're looking at the goal scores right now. Matt Boldy, the power play goal in the second period. And, you're seeing Matt Zuccarello, first period goal as well on his first game back. Miro Heiskanen, the lone goal, the power play goal that they had. Once again, you got to make sure you're not taking penalties. And right now, given where we've been, Boldy should have 2 power play goals. One was goaltender interference. It was good. It was goaltender interference. Let's not lie. It was. Couldn't have been, shouldn't have been maybe in some world, but it would have been great to have a goal there. But good signs regardless that you're scoring on the power play. It's staying consistent. Great signs regardless. Ross, I have got Minnesota winning the series. I am biased, but it's about time. It's been 10 years since we've gotten to a second round. It's got to be. It's got to happen, right? It's got to. And I hope that's not a jinx. Knock on wood, if it is. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome into the stream. Like I said, folks, a lot of new people tune in. I'm seeing the concurrent viewer count. We're going towards the third period. If you haven't already, you want all of your Wild news. I mean, I have a lot of people here right now in the chat who are regulars here in the videos. Can vouch for me every single day, apart from like a weekend day or here or two. A lot of days, every single day. Videos, some streams. We're getting more into the streaming culture. I mean, this is my first watch along, my first stream here that's over, I believe, 40 minutes on the channel. We got a great community here. So if you want to get all your spot for Wild news, right here is the spot. I appreciate all of your guys' support. And right now, especially with this game, appreciate you for watching along with me, because we're going to see a bit of a nervous Kirk here when it comes down to the last 20 minutes of this game. And can't see how long I've been live here on because my laptop's right here. So like, hold on, I'm gonna be off screen for a second, but okay, we've been live for 2 hours and 2 minutes on this. So I mean, it's already the longest stream I've ever done, and still got another potentially period plus to go. Definitely a period, but we got a little game break here on the broadcast right now that we're looking at. Boston and Buffalo, I believe, might still want to be 1-1, but we're looking right now at a little update. So with all of this coming, I mean, that's a bad goal by the Sabres there. Maddie, let's hope. Let's hope. Like, I can't say it because I feel like I'm going to jinx myself if I do say it. Oh, my. And Airstar, I don't hate it. And the thing is here tonight, I think it's a possibility. I really do. Because when we look at the Brink line tonight, it is certainly something that hasn't been fantastic this game, but I thought with the past couple of games with Nico Sturman, he's playing like a dog, playing look like he wanted it. Brink does that, but I think Brink has the overall highest point of offense, so it's possible. It is possible, but I think that John Hynes loves Brink. I think they traded him to make sure that they had that kind of backup option in the playoffs, like this. Who do I have in the finals beside the Wild? So, like, I completely missed the bracket this year, like, doing it on the NHL, like, .com website, so I didn't have an official bracket, but, and this might be crazy, I think that the winner of the Habs and Lightning series is going to the finals. I really do. That series is just insane. If you're keeping up with the Lightning, you're obviously good. Like, I'm a bit of a Hurricanes hater. I am. I love Rob Brind'Amour. I have like a lot of players on their team, but ever since they started doing that celebration a couple years ago, after the what was it called? The storm surge, I hated them. I hated it. So ever since then, I've just not been high on the Hurricanes. They're a great team, but I just don't think they have what it takes to go deep. I mean, well, you're not going to see the Senators. I don't think the winner of Boston and Buffalo either has enough experience or has enough depth. I think the series of Pittsburgh and Philly, as much as I, like seeing Pittsburgh be good, especially in the last couple of years of this dynasty that we're seeing of like Crosby, Malk, and Letang, they're not going to win anything. I mean, those two teams, watching those games have been painful. So I do think that it's going to be the Wild and Lightning or Habs. I do. And I think that, John Cooper, longtime good coach, one of the best goalies in the NHL in Vasilevsky, the best offensive player, I think, this year in Nikita Kucherov. Victor Hedman likely going to come back next series, at least hopefully. I want to see him in the playoffs. He's a great player. But they just have every aspect of needing to win. They have it. The Habs, on the other hand, you have Martin St. Louis, which we know everybody respects. They have an incredible line of Slavkovsky, Caulfield, and Suzuki. Lane Hudson is a very, very good shades of Quinn Hughes. It's interesting between those two teams. So, I mean, I think the winner of that is going to take it. I do. And I agree, Ross. Buffalo would be so cool to see go. I have a Buffalo Sabres jersey hanging in this room. Like, they're such just a team that deserves it after so long, but I still think they have work to do. That's kind of my thing. I think after this year, too, one big bonus they had was Tage Thompson winning the gold medal at the Olympics, but that's really all the kind of important game experience they have. That's really it. Unless you're going back to the World Junior times, but still, they don't have the experience. So I think after this playoffs, regardless of where they end up going, if they go all the way, if they get eliminated, I think that next year and years after, that group that we know is going to stay together for a long time is just going to have immense amounts of experience, which they need. So that's kind of my 2 cents on the topic. Yeah, that's exactly what I think, Josh. I think that the Sabres are it's a matter of time until they can't go any further. I can see Carolina going deep as well, but, I don't know. I just don't see it. I can't picture it. I mean, we've seen it in years prior, but they haven't done anything positive. How long can Freddie Anderson go? Would Brandon Bussey still continue to be that guy? I mean, there's too many questions surrounding the team. I don't think they have the full, I'm not going to say capability, but everything that it takes to play 100 games in a season, I guess a better way of putting it. Elizabeth, you're absolutely correct. I mean, this is a great game. It's been a great series so far. I mean, this has been the best series so far. But overall, I mean, I think this and the Montreal Canadiens and Lightning series has just been unbelievable. Looks like the period's about to resume. We're seeing Kevin Weeks here on the mic again. And we are actually underway. Puck drop is a go, and my clock. There we go. Okay, like I said, folks, it's going to be a little bit of technical difficulty here because we haven't exactly started, a full watch-along stream yet, so things like that will be cleaned up for the next couple, but Wilds have the puck down low, and this is going to be unbelievable in this game. This whole period has got to be important. Dallas wrapping that puck around, getting it out into the neutral zone. We don't want to see that. I will also let you guys know if we do indeed have an update on Brodin. I will let you know if we get any of that. I can't hear it, but I will probably see it on the screen because that's what they said at Arttu Huru. They said he was not returning. That shot blocked by Ryan Hartman. That looked like a weird one, but see you on the other side, Airstar. See you on the other side. We got a lot of stuff to come here, so I know you've been here quite a bit, so appreciate you for all the support on the channel here over the past, especially this playoffs, I guess we could say, but appreciate all you guys here. The Wild in regular season and playoffs are 35-2-4 when leading after the second period. Let's not make that a different number other than 35, please. This puck pinned along the boards right here by the Stars. They get it out. Yakov trying to make the push. Appreciate you, Josh. I'll be sure to get that video out. We'll have one after this game for all of you guys here as well, but also, as we do tomorrow as well. So appreciate all your guys' support. Played up by Jake Ottinger. We're 18 minutes left in this third period. I meant to say 18 minutes, or 2 minutes in, not 18 minutes in. But Zach Bogosian getting this puck behind the net. Bit of an awkward play by Nick Foligno there. Just took a nice shot to the face. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know what that was about, but this puck down here. Strong play by Bogosian there. Vincent, I hope you're right. I hope you're right, my guy. I'd love to see it. Love Bobby Brink, and I think that, he needs one. Need to get that confidence back up. Tarasenko held along the boards there, keeping that one down. And it looks like we're getting a change here. Esa Lindell skating this puck back, and we are getting a change for both teams, it looks like, or at least some sort of a change. And got the second line out. Boldy, Eriksson Ek, or what I see right now. And there also is Marcus Johansson. Matt Boldy going here in the corner. Wrapped up there, but that's fine. Skating it out. Marcus Johansson skating it up. Put that puck down deep, and he did. Jake Ottinger playing it behind the net. Matt Boldy coming up, putting pressure on the defense there, but they do indeed get it out. And now the Wild, puck on Jared Spurgeon's side. That puck is played down. Marcus Johansson taking the slot in the corner, passing it over to Quinn Hughes. Nice pass there by Quinn Hughes. Eriksson Ek skating this one just off the stick, bouncing up and goes a little bit far. But this one nearly getting turned over. This is Thomas Harley skating it all the way. Puts that in the corner, and the Wild do not get control of that before. And Bogosian's had a few sketchy plays on the boards in this game behind the net, but the Wild are able to get it. Flipped up over the top, and a beautiful play. Kaprizov skating this one and drops it back to Zuccarello. Kaprizov makes a slap pass, but right onto the stick of Thomas Harley. Matt Zuccarello was not ready for it. Thomas Harley was indeed. Zuccarello drop pass to Ryan Hartman, who makes a beautiful shot, but blockered out by Jake Ottinger. Put in by the Dallas Stars. Quinn Hughes gets this one behind the net. Picked up by Ryan Hartman, who puts that over to Yakov Trenin in the skates, though, and picked up by Jason Robertson. And another poke. I mean, the Wild's been very, very solid in the blue line so far in this period. 15 minutes left in this one, 5 minutes in. And that's still a lot of hockey left. We have to keep this one up, though, because we know how important it's going to be to get this game and go back to Minnesota. Come on, Wasteland. I mean, I appreciate your support. I mean, I've seen you in the chat for a little while here, but we got to go some Wild. We got to hit some Wild chants here in the chat. That one tried to be put in front of the net for Michael McCarron. It was awesome to see Matt Zuccarello score as well, Ross. First game back, it was just, you needed it. You really needed it. Jamie Benn puts that one back in the corner nearly, but keeps it with him, actually, skating it up. Now the Wild get that puck out. Would have been nice to beat Bischel on that play. Bischel and Tyler Meyer seem to be broken up on this one. I'm interested to see if that's something that the Stars will run with. Nice pressure in the corner there by Bobby Brink, helping out Jared Spurgeon down low. Puck out to the top. Nearly poked out. Great play by Jake Middleton, and that one hits a body in front, but still manages to get through a little bit, but not on net. And this one being skated out by Jake Middleton, strong on that play, trying to get away from Bischel. That's a very good play. Nick Foligno capable of getting that puck down low, and he does. Nice attempt by Brock Faber there, who tries to put it to Nick Foligno on the back post. Just tipped away from a Stars defenseman, but this one's coming back right on Brock Faber, and he does the same thing. Puts Mikko Rantanen into the boards. Great takeaway from him. Make sure he does not get in, skate past, and that was picked up by Quinn Hughes, who is skating alongside Eriksson Ek. You're getting that second line coming back out, and we have a face-off coming here from the left side of Jake Ottinger. Dallas is looking good. Dallas is looking good. It's been a little bit back and forth on this one. It's been a little bit back and forth. Okay, first commercial break here. 13 minutes left. That's going to be a good break here to get a little bit of gas back for these boys here. But, I mean, the face-off dot still needs to continue to be good. The discipline still needs to continue to be good. And right now, I think we're pretty good with this. And I feel like right now, at least, still early in the period, still lots and lots of hockey left. it's a good look for the Wild team. Once again, you're going to need your top guys out there. No update, I don't believe, on Jonas Brodin, but let me check if Michael Russo put anything on Twitter for you guys. 4 minutes ago, Jonas Brodin will not return to the lineup. That's not good. That is not good whatsoever. So we're looking at a defense now that looks like this. Without Jonas Brodin, Middleton, Hughes, Spurgeon, Faber, Bogosian. So Brodin would probably be your second left defenseman if he were, you were not to play your bottom ones. But now Middleton might be jumping up there alongside Spurgeon if you're going to run your two defensive lines. Okay, now they're talking about it on the broadcast. It was an 80-mile-an-hour shot on the inside of the foot. Brodin can't even put any weight on it. That is not good. Okay, well, folks, we're getting back here. Face-off loss by Eriksson Ek, and Stars are taking this one out. No offsides. That one's picked up in the zone, but that's a great play by Quinn Hughes. We're going to see a lot of Quinn Hughes this period, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to see a lot of Quinn Hughes. The 5-on-5 is looking good for the Wild. There's still a lot of things to be wrinkled out, I think. It's a lot of back and forth because we want to establish a good possession in the zone so that, the Stars can't even get an opportunity. But so far, it's been a lot of, kind of just back and forth hockey. Appreciate you, Ross. Appreciate all of you guys for checking out the stream here, but the videos as well. And we're at our peak concurrent right now, 123 concurrent viewers. If you are new and you want to stay up to date with all of your Wild news here throughout these playoffs, the offseason, the regular season, whenever, be sure to drop a sub here and also drop a like here on the stream. Lets me know you're enjoying these, and getting more out is obviously a big plan for the channel here. That one stopped of a quick face-off by Jesper Wallstedt. A shot walked in by, I believe, that was Mikko Rantanen, but I cannot tell. The camera's on a weird one. Yes, it was Mikko Rantanen. Great shot just under the foot of Jason Robertson. Oh, it was a Robertson shot. Hit the leg of Jason Robertson, rolled up the stick of Wallstedt, and they went again for it, but this one's picked up by the Wild, and it is out after trying to go through the legs of Miro Heiskanen. Picked up by Quinn Hughes again. Quinn Hughes is looking different this period, folks. Nice pick up there. Nice dump into the zone. Hit a body, and it's just slowly trickling into the zone. The Wild are going for a change here. But we're going to be Heiskanen passing that puck up, and it is missed out. Zuccarello dumping that puck in. Ryan Hartman gets it up on the other side after it goes behind the net. Excuse me. Jeez, talking fast. My goodness. Jared Spurgeon over to Jake Middleton. Takes a shot. That one's blocked. Not a shot you want blocked there. Although the Wild are able to recuperate a little, but still, that one's dumped in by Thomas Harley, and it is out of play off a stick, I believe. I do not think that is going to be a delay of game penalty. Does not look like, yeah. So, for those of you who just tuned in, Jonas Brodin is out for the remainder of the game. That means we're seeing Jake Middleton paired with Jared Spurgeon. And if it comes down to it, if you're going to roll your top four, that means we are going to be seeing Jake Middleton up in Jonas Brodin's spot, playing a much bigger role because, there was a stark difference between how much ice time Jake Middleton and Jonas Brodin were getting. Yes! Michael McCarron through the legs of Jake Ottinger, and that is a goal, folks. We are so back. What a goal, Michael McCarron. I didn't even know it went in. Trennan dumps it in. Vladimir Tarasenko going for it. Michael McCarron said, nope, not me. Puts us a little move. Oh my goodness, what a sneaky shot by Michael McCarron. Goes through the legs of Jake Ottinger. Going for a poke. That's just a beautiful play. You don't see that. You do not see that from a player that is not 6 foot 200 and above. That is unbelievable, folks. We're back right now. 3-1 for the Minnesota Wild as we get about 12 minutes left in this game. It is the Wilds to lose now. We're getting Vladimir Tarasenko going for another one here. Dropping that puck off to Michael McCarron, who's skating in strong. A nice shot blocked, though, by Ilya Lyubushkin. Nice hit by Trennan, going for it once again. He's all the way back as well. Folks, we're in a great, great spot here. Now, this one, drop back. That should be close to offside if it was. But Stars have it behind the net. Thomas Harley gets it. Nick Foligno skating out at him. Wide open is Miro Heiskanen on the point. Great block by Nick Foligno, but that still manages to get through. Marcus picking up this one. Got to get it out. We have a broken stick from Jake Middleton. You got to make sure this puck gets out, and this is where you cannot call a penalty on that. Jake Middleton, no stick, dives to make a blocked pass, but still manages to take out the legs and does indeed get a penalty. Not the opportunity we want to see on this one, folks. Not what we want to see on this, but it's okay. Tough penalty to take, but I don't mind it because there was no stick by Jake Middleton and Bogosian was moving out to the point. So we're going to be going on the penalty kill, 2 minutes for tripping. That is one of those NHL video game calls where you dive and you don't have a stick and they call it. But, Middleton didn't try to. It was more just the momentum of him going down. It ended up skating into Beck. But he goes into Jesper Wallstedt and looks a little bit hurt. But that's a tough call, but it's the right one. Tough call, but it is the right one. Face-off, tied up, and the Stars come away with it. Miro Heiskanen back with this one. Mikko Rantanen with that puck. Come on, boys. Another penalty kill like we saw last time. That's what you really need to do here. Mikko Rantanen holding that puck too long. That one skips up. Matthew Shane gets it, though, but Brock Faber's absolute dog on that puck. Skating like a madman right now. Jared Spurgeon back there with the puck. Michael McCarron also trying to get it. Brock Faber getting out. Mikko Rantanen has that puck. Great block by Michael McCarron. That one's out of the zone. An absolute animal. A-plus game from him thus far. But the Dallas Stars are resetting. You still have 1:30 left in this penalty kill. You need to lock in. Wyatt Johnson skating in. Drops that one to Jason Robertson. There's one coming up the middle. Mikko Rantanen. Or Matt Duchene, excuse me. Miro Heiskanen gets the puck. Skates over. Passes it back to Duchene. Over. Cross ice to Jason Robertson. Heiskanen. Robertson. Wyatt Johnson on the bumper, make sure you lock him up. You cannot have that. That puck goes wide after hitting a body. Matt Duchene tied up there with Nick Foligno. Back to the point, though. Miro Heiskanen has it. Shot. That one's wide. Bounces off the back of the net. And you have to get this one out. Come on, Eriksson Ek. Let's go. Puck is cleared. 45 seconds left in this penalty kill, folks. Give me some W's in the chat right now for this penalty kill so far, but there's still 40 seconds left. Reset here by the Dallas Stars. Matt Duchene making a drop to Wyatt Johnson, who's waiting back there to take everybody standing on the blue line, which I can't stand that power play breakout. So many teams do it. Matt Duchene back to Thomas Harley, who's out there now as well, alongside Jason Robertson, who's holding this on the left side. Off a stick from the Wild, up over Mikko Rantanen on the point, and Matt Boldy chases him to the blue line and gets that puck out. Thomas Harley get it now. 10 seconds left on the power play. Jason Robertson skating in. You cannot let him shoot. Get out to the point on Thomas Harley. That one gets absorbed by Jesper Wallstedt, and we have 4 seconds left before the Wild kill off this penalty. Ladies and gentlemen, this team is locked in. Jesper Wallstedt going a smile to the referee. Just having a body like Mikko Rantanen in front of you, when you get that puck, Mikko Rantanen, Wyatt Johnson, that puck goes into your jersey. Perfect. Michael McCarron coming back out there. And he's going back to the bench, actually, for a new stick, I believe. I believe the stick was broken. Gives him a little bit of gas as well to be able to get. Good stuff here. Ladies and gentlemen. Face off here. Tied up. Won by the Stars. Brought back by Miro Heiskanen. He's going to get a quick shot. That's off a stick of Michael McCarron. Good thing he swapped it out and up. And the Wild kill the penalty. Dubs in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen a lot of dubs from Ross. Let's go. Got to clear this puck now. Get a change. And that one is whiffed on. Getting this one, Yakov Trenin skating up. Pull the backhand. Great control of the puck there with no help as everybody else was going for a change. The correct play, the absolute correct play from Yakov Trenin. Picked up by Heiskanen on the blue line. Dumped him. Tried a wraparound. Who was that? Did not work out. That puck popped in the air, pinned along the boards. Trenin in there alongside Brock Faber. Quinn Hughes on the ice in front of the net. Brock Faber going for it with Jamie Benn. They're going at it behind the net, getting Trenin in there as well. Puck coming around the other side. Tarasenko's going up to the point on top of Harley. That shot from the point, gloved down by Jesper Wallstedt. Great penalty kill on this. Michael McCarron has been fantastic. The goal, Jesper Wallstedt. The save, the penalty kill from the guys, the block from McCarron. Let's go, folks. Let's go. Let's get some flames here. An absolutely phenomenal performance so far from these guys. And we have a lot of time left. But still, this is exactly what we needed to see from this game. A little bit of a game break also update as well. You're looking at a overtime for Buffalo and Boston. Not important right now, but 2 for 2 on the kill. That is phenomenal. That's phenomenal, especially against the Dallas Stars. And with 8 minutes left in this game, I don't think it'll be long until we see Jake Oettinger come out of the net. I do not. Now, speaking of Buffalo and Boston, we cannot let things happen like the Boston Bruins did in Game 1. Cannot. You have to lock it down. The Wild are playing great. Keep in mind, no Jonas Brodin for the remainder of this game after blocking a shot off the inside of the foot. No Arttu Huru for the remainder of this game after a lower body injury. Whatever happened there, I did not see it, but he was no longer returning to the game either. So there is a lot that's going on right now, especially in these final 8 minutes of the third period. But folks, what a game so far, but it's not over. I mean, right now, I feel like we're at the highest point we can be with, without going too overboard, without too much, over anticipation. But 3-1 with the goal from McCarron jumping in there on that last play, that push. Just any other player probably would not have been able to do that solely because of the size. Let's finish it. Absolutely. It's now's the time. You have to finish it now. You win this game, you're in a great spot. Face-off win by Joel Eriksson Ek. Quinn Hughes playing this one, being chased by Mikko Rantanen, but his footwork is just too good. That puck is dished up. Tipped up and now down the ice. Matt Boldy there alongside Marcus Johansson. Puck brought out. Quinn Hughes resetting. Skating this one himself. Shot. That one was very nice, but it was off the chest protector of Jake Oettinger. Quinn Hughes gets laid out in the middle of the ice, but he's fine. He's okay. A little bit of a reset here. Carrying back into the own zone. Nobody putting pressure on Quinn Hughes. Wyatt Johnson there and over to Brock Faber now. Puts the puck up the ice. Played by Jake Oettinger, but there's pressure on Esa Lindell. You're seeing this first line back out there again. Kaprizov, Zuccarello, Ryan Hartman. Mikko Rantanen makes 2 nice moves in the neutral zone. That one is offside, though. All of that for nothing. Folks, give me a Let's Go Wild spam in the chat. Also, give me a like spam as well if you're enjoying this game. I mean, it is, there's a lot of hockey left. Game break update as well. We got a Vasily Podkolzin goal. If anybody put any money on him tonight, would not have expected that, but with the Oilers on the brink, we never really know. Face-off won there by Colin Blackwell. That one dumped in by Esa Lindell, played by Jesper Wallstedt, taking his time there over to Zach Bogosian, who chips it up to Matt Zuccarello. Puck given away, though, but they managed to get it back. That's why it's so important to have these guys in the game. Kaprizov, high stick apparently is what they're calling it. Not the penalty, but just putting the stick in the air. Kaprizov frustrated because the second time it happened to him in this game, but that's fine. No penalties. That's, I'd much rather that kind of high stick than a penalty high stick. 7 minutes left in this game, folks. A lot of whistles right now. It seems like what's going on, but we got a face-off at center ice. Michael McCarron, I believe that's also Colin Blackwell, but McCarron's getting kicked out of the face-off for Yakov Trenin. Face-off cleanly won by the Dallas Stars. I mean, I'm not expecting Vladimir Tarasenko to win a face-off anyways. Dumped in, chipped in by the Dallas Stars. No icing as it was tipped. You're string as strong Jacob Middleton right now. He gets taken down by Colin Blackwell, though. No penalty. Just a clean fight for the puck. Michael McCarron fighting for it in the feet as well. Colin Blackwell down on the goal line. Someone better get on him. There we go. Zach Bogosian. Puck played out to Ilya Lyubushkin. That shot off the foot of Trenin. Great stop there using the skate blade. Through the legs of McCarron. That one comes out. But 2 great saves by Jesper Wallstedt, keeping them in this game with 6:35 left in the third period. This is going to be crazy. Just crazy. Braden, you're going to see that stadium on wheels. It is going to be absolutely insane. Now, this game is not over. This game's not over. Still lots of hockey left. Appreciate all you guys for being here. Still at this point in the stream. I mean, we're going on 2.5 hours right now. 2 hours, 32 minutes with 6 minutes of hockey left. Wild up by 2. 27-19 are the shots. Jesper Wallstedt standing strong. You need to lock this game down. And as we know, as we've been talking about all night, no penalties. No penalties. The Wild very jumpy on the faceoff. Nick Foligno gets kicked out of this one. Marcus Foligno going to be coming in. Nick, better quiet down. Don't want a penalty there. Clean win by Moose, putting it through Matt Duchene's legs. And this team is on the wheels again. Great hit by Marcus Foligno in the corner. Getting Bobby Brink here just past him, though, and now going up to the neutral zone. Carried in by, I believe, that's Mikko Rantanen. Very close to offside once again, but I don't believe it was. Brock Faber alongside Nick Foligno down in the corner with 3 Dallas Stars, and you're seeing this team getting ready. A lot of sticks in on the hands of Quinn Hughes. He dumps that one into the corner, and you're going to now see Marcus Foligno come out of it. Bobby Brink staying, putting the pressure on. Wild go for a change. Thomas Harley behind the Stars net. They are also going for a change. Appreciate you guys for being here. You guys saying thank you for streaming. Thank you for being here. I mean, the first watch along I've had, and I appreciate all of you guys. Going to be doing this again, no doubt. That one's dumped in by Wyatt Johnson. Zach Bogosian trying to get the help out there. Jamie Benn putting his effort on Wyatt Johnson there going for it. Ryan Hartman gets hit in the middle of the ice. No penalty called. We're seeing Marcus Johansson's bad shot from Bischel. Puts that one way wide. Pressure down low by the Dallas Stars. They're going and doing whatever they can. We have a Dallas Star player on top of a Minnesota Wild player. Jamie Benn on top of Ryan Hartman. Wow. He was on top of him. That was the correct terminology. Not sure if Ryan Hartman lost a tooth or he didn't have that one first last going off, but you're seeing a cut on Jamie Benn. Not sure what happened there. It looked like a little skirmish that put both of these guys down on the ice. Don't believe any penalties are being called, but I'm not sure. Once again, no audio. Jamie Benn going to the box. Hold on, folks. Hold on. This may seal the deal. All 140 of you guys in here now. Drop some dubs in the chat if you're a Wild fan. Drop some dubs in the chat if you're a Stars fan too. No, you don't got to if you're a Stars fan, but appreciate all of you guys for being here regardless of who you are cheering for. Drop some subs, drop some likes in the chat. Your guys' sport's been incredible. Appreciate all you guys. So Jamie Benn going to the box here. It looks like Ryan Hartman will be as well, but I do not know. It looked like there was 2 calls there. Jamie Benn is just one dirty player. I mean, he went over, put his hands around Ryan Hartman's head. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. We're in what will probably be our final TV timeout of the game. 5:10 left on the clock. Wild up 3-1. Shots heavy favor the Wild right now. And I mean, there's a lot of hockey left still, and I'm going to continue to say that. But, okay, yeah. It is 4-on-4 maybe, or 5-on-5 with offsetting twos. Jamie Benn is going to the box. So is Ryan Hartman, though. Ryan Hartman gets unsportsmanlike. And I also believe that Jamie Benn will be getting a cross-check. That is indeed the case. Either 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. We will see. But, like, folks, we knew this series is going to be, physical. I got to say, I feel like the physicality has gone down from a dirty standpoint every single game. We saw this, like, the final game before this series started. I mean, I have so many pictures of this here and, like, just going about it. We also have the Cray brothers from the movie Legend. I made a little Photoshop edit, but still, like, same picture. But, this team is made for this type of game. Spencer says it is 4-on-4. Okay, thank you for letting me know that, because I cannot hear what the referees are saying, just because I have the audio off, because I don't want to get any copyright issues, copyright claims. Don't like those. Don't like those. 4-on-4 is, like, I think it's equally good for both teams. I know, like, that one was bad, though, yeah. That hit from behind on the Bullies' head, but I think the Wild are fast. Wild are really fast. Stars are very good puck moving, so I think you're kind of getting two sides there, but that one is won by Dallas, and setting up almost on a power play, which, I mean, I don't mind that. Because we're looking at this, a shot from the point by Miro Heiskanen, saved by Jesper Wallstedt. Great glove save in traffic, too. .455 left. Dallas Stars empty net. Now, folks, this is the time. Drop some dubs in the chat, because this is the time. Nick Foligno swapping out the stick. That one might be broken. But we're getting it here. We're getting it all right here. Opportunity to take one. Nobody down below. You're getting two guys on the side. 4-on-4, so it makes sense. But with this now, we have an empty net. Jake Middleton gets the puck. I really wouldn't be afraid to ice it here. That puck goes back into the Star zone. Being chased by McCarron. Dropping it back. So it is 5-on-4. Getting Duchesne here. Stopping. Dropping that one off to Wyatt Johnson. No. To Mikko Rantanen. And now over. And here we go. That puck up the middle. Michael McCarron fighting Miro Heiskanen for it. And Miro Heiskanen is able to get it. Don't mind throwing it down the ice here in this situation, folks. I mean, 5 minutes left, 4-on-4. If you get a whistle, it's a whistle, but still, you have an opportunity to make this 4-1 game. Dallas setting up no different than if it's a power play, as, they would. They would always make sure to do that. Shot on net, but that one goes wide. Did the Bruins win? Well, that's crazy. Never thought about that. Pasta breakaway. That's deserving. He's a great player. Hasn't played great, though, over the series, I feel like. Nick Foligno dumps that one down just over the stick of Miro Heiskanen and nearly goes in the net. That is no icing, because they hit Miro Heiskanen. That's a great one by the Wild. They go for a change. They're getting their top dogs out. Eriksson Ek out here with Boldy. Bogosian and Spurgeon saving Quinn Hughes and Brock Faber for the final few minutes. Pressure on, still going. Jason Robertson taking that puck wide. Passes over, and we have a goal from Matt Duchesne. We have a goal from Matt Duchesne. Folks, it's 3-2. It is 3-2. How you going, Frank? Hope you're doing good. Roberts, unless it was a Robertson goal that tipped off someone, but Bogosian, Not a great play by him. Kind of just floating around. Went for a pinch as well. You know, that kind of set up things in the bad direction. Let's see how this happened. Puck was brought down by Jason Robertson. It just went off Jared Spurgeon. Jared Spurgeon was in the crease, giving Wallstedt zero room. I think Spurgeon needs to get out of the crease. If he's not wearing pads, I don't think he should be there. Great defensively, but I mean that's just not a play you can make. 3:28 left in the game. 4-on-4. Dallas does not have an empty net right now. It still is 4-on-4. They are going to pull their goalie at some point now, though. But they wanted that 5-on-4, and they got it. They wanted that power play situation. Here we go. Skating up. Eriksson Ek dishes that one up all the way down the ice, and Jake Ottinger stops it but plays it with Matt Boldy right in front of him. But now we're 5-on-5, ladies and gentlemen. Jesper Wallstedt stops that one. No Jake Ottinger at the bench yet, I don't believe. Wouldn't say it will be long, though. Dallas dumps that in. Jamie Benn stopped by Jesper Wallstedt. And we have 3:45 left on the clock. Folks, this is coming down the wire. Jake Ottinger is officially on the bench with 2:45 left to go. They're going to get the faceoff in our zone, 6-on-5. Now, 6-on-5 is a little bit different than a power play. Still the man advantage, but there's not as much room. Has to be short passes. We know the Stars like to be able to dish it out, move the puck around, and right now, that is not the case because of this. Wouldn't expect, or I wouldn't doubt, a timeout very, very soon from Dallas Stars. But as of right now, you're taking Wyatt Johnson against Nick Foligno on the faceoff dot. Underneath Wyatt Johnson, but it comes back to the Dallas Stars. Jason Robertson goes through his legs, who's on the point there. We need to get this puck out. We need solid defense. We're seeing Jared Spurgeon on the ice. Nick Foligno. The rest of the guys are down below on the boards. I cannot see because everybody's standing up as they would. Phenomenal crowd in Dallas, of course. The atmosphere is crazy. Miro Heiskanen circling back. Dumped in. Jake Middleton plays that down. He's putting pressure on you. Puck pops out. Kaprizov. Skating past. Kaprizov scores the empty net goal. Finally, we see Kirill get things rolling. Empty net, it's a goal. Regardless, it don't matter. That is going to be the momentum that we need to see from our guy. Folks, what a result that we wanted to see. Finally, getting Kirill on the board. Let's go. Pressured by Miro Heiskanen, going for a crazy hook. I don't know how there was not a penalty there, but that's a phenomenal play. Miro Heiskanen not happy. Slap shots that one into his own net. Let's go, folks. We're all the way back. This game still has 2 minutes left, but 4-2 Minnesota, with Matt Zuccarello, Yakov Trenenbach being two immediate impacts on this roster. The net empty again for Dallas, being skated back by Esa Lindell. You're seeing Matt Zuccarello put the pressure on. This puck brought back up by Thomas Harley. Open ice in the middle. He shoots it. Jake Middleton off his stick and up out of play. This one stops at 1:30 left on the clock, and looks like we're going to get some top dogs back out there. Kaprizov is jumping back on the ice. You need your top guys out there to go for that empty net once again. Let's go, boys. The chat is absolutely hyped. The Dallas Stars fans are going home in the stadium. Yeah, I mean, if I was a Dallas Stars fan, I still wouldn't leave. There's still lots of time left. You never know what happens. We've seen crazier things, but let's go, folks. Shout out to you all here. Let's get this one going. Face-off, false face-off, but nobody's getting kicked out. Who is this? Wyatt Johnson and Joel Eriksson Ek. Puck drop coming here. Won again by the Dallas Stars. Having a little bit of an issue, Eriksson Ek, as I'm not sure if there's anything found out by the... The Minnesota Wild have another penalty. Zach Bogosian. Slashing. Stick broken. Oh no, folks. Oh no. No, sorry. Jared Spurgeon penalty, excuse me. However, this gives the Wild the opportunity to dump it out. Just get it out. Get it out. No penalty. You know, you don't want to take a penalty there, but still. 4-2 could be a lot worse. You're able to dump it out. No icing. So, some bonuses here. But you got to get your top guys out. You're going to see the Dallas Stars team 6-on-4 regardless off the dot, and they already have 6 guys out, all of their best players. Michael McCarron coming here. That one was easily won by Wyatt Johnson. Miro Heiskanen is skating out to the point. Rantanen, shot, blocked by Jake Middleton. Jake Middleton gets it up off the body. McCarron, that one does not leave Wyatt Johnson with it, but you're seeing Michael McCarron absolutely chase and then going to the bench, chase Miro Heiskanen. But this one is down below. Nick Foligno playing it across. Jake Middleton fired at the empty net, and this one got to go, ladies and gentlemen. It does not. It is wide. Jumps out right in front of the net, though. But Miro Heiskanen comes up. We have 50 seconds left in this game, folks, and it is 4-2 for the Minnesota Wild as the Dallas Stars still have a penalty. They're on the power play. But if the Wild are able to kill this one off as well, that's going to discourage this power play group for the Stars. Figuring out the Dallas Stars power play is this reason for success. Mikko Rantanen skating this one behind the net. Zach Bogosian on and putting the pressure on. Great hit by Bogosian, sending Mikko Rantanen down to the ice. And that one nearly cleared off Zach Bogosian into the corner. Rantanen got it. Boldy got it. Got top on the... covering on the top, excuse me. Heiskanen, Rantanen, shot a net. That one goes wide. Heiskanen gets the puck on the boards. But, folks, that is all she wrote. 4-2 win for the Minnesota Wild as we go to Game 6 at home with a 3-2 series lead. Give me some dubs in the chat, folks. I think this was the best result we could have asked for. Seeing 2 of these guys back, Zuccarello, Trenin. This is absolutely unbelievable. Let's go. Dubs in the chat. Be sure, folks, if you're new, I see 226 of you in here right now. Be sure to drop a sub. Whether you've been commenting, whether you've just been here chilling, listening, and watching the game, thank you to all of you guys here for this first watch-along stream. 3 hours we've been here, and I see a lot of you guys saying thank you in the chat for streaming this. Thank you for being here. You know, this is not possible without you guys, so appreciate it. Had a whole bunch of fun. Expect some video soon. Good game to the Dallas Stars fans. They played phenomenal. I think the Wild in this game just, they needed it. They had that momentum where they said, hey, we need it now. We need this with Trent and Zuccarello back, and let's continue to go into this next game. So like I said, appreciate all of you guys for being here. You guys are awesome. And I mean, let's go Wild. I think there's no other way of putting it. I think this, you know what this means, folks? This means we're going to have to be live again next game, right? Going to have to be. If we win this one, we got to be. You can't change things now. So, folks, once again, thank you all for tuning in to, this stream. There's a lot of things that right now we got to think about going forward into this game. We're going to have some videos probably tonight, but also, of course, tomorrow, the day after. You know the gist here, but for 2 hours and 50 minutes, I want to say thank you guys, all of you, for watching this stream. So, with all of that, going to save the box scores. We had all of these ones right here, of course, for the video coming in a little bit and tomorrow morning. So be sure to tune in if you want to see all of this. I'll be doing the home game. I'll be doing the next game as well, bearing any crazy situations that are out of my control. That's the plan. So be sure to check out the video here very, very soon. But thank you guys once again all for, you're seeing the Flames go off, for checking out this video. But I'm going to leave you with this, the intro. I know it says stream starting, but we ain't starting. We're finishing off here, and I want to say thank you all for checking this out.